smokescreen in the world. It's a league where these wahine toa aren't just hoopers, but role models, idols, and heroes. Tauihi meaning to soar. And don't they continue to fly high every year? There's no telling what Tauihi Season 3 will bring, but there's only one place you can watch these women soar. Your home of Tauihi and the Rapid League, Sky Sport.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster.
This season is alive!
E for exciting, entertaining, energy, and epic. Tauihi Basketball, rated E.
Help me up, never let it fall. Help me roll like an animal. Back to the road. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
Kia ora everyone, namai haramai, hello and welcome to season 2024 Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way tonight. GJ Gardner Homes, Tauihi, not too far away. And first up, the same two teams that opened up season 2023 about to do battle. The Ansco Tokomanawa Queens are at home to the Southern Hoiho. Hope you're well, Justin Nelson, Miles Pearce with you. Great to be back.
It is indeed, and what a week of basketball. I've been spending some time in Palmy at the High School Nationals and now get to be here for game one of this exciting Tauihi season.
Well, let's have a look at the Hoiho starters for this one tonight. Millie Simpson, Tyler Mitchell, Chelsea D'Angelo, the Aussie Chelsea D'Angelo. Of course, FIBA Asia players permitted to play, up to two of them in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Sammy Gallagher and Aaliyah Dunn, former Queen from 2022. A quick look at the Tokomanawa Queens and how they will start this opening game of the season. The young 17-year-old Keriana Hippolyte gets the start. Lauren Hippolyte, former Puakai guard. Jacinta Beckley is back in Queens colours. Aotearoa Leach, the former Kahu guard. And Ash Tyre played 3 games last season with the Puakai. So that's how the two teams will start. Our Chemist Warehouse head-to-head for this opening game of the season in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. And some stars to look out for tonight. The two assistant coaches, of course, take the reins in this opening game. Nat Vizca for the Hoiho and Mel Bennett for the Tokomanawa Queens. And our coin officials, Callum Welsh, Sam Pan and Amy Jo Clark. We are just about set for a start. Strap yourselves in. Great to be back for season 2024. Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way first up. 4 by 4 minute quarters, of course. No coach timeouts. Each team has one BNZ player timeout per half. It'll be Jacinta Beckley up against Aaliyah Dunn, and the Hoiho have the opening possession of the season. Tyler Mitchell, expect to see a lot of her throughout this game. Here's Chelsea D'Angelo, all the way from Terrelgan in Victoria. First points on the board. Aaliyah Dunn puts them down, and we are up and going.
We are indeed, and great little action there from the Hoiho, getting done on that roll to the rim, able to finish through some contact, earns herself a trip to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
And it's a court she knows well, both as a basketballer with the Queens and also a fair bit of netball over the years as well. Aaliyah Dunn. And just the start, the Hoiho we're after. Here's Hippolyte. Paiwai in the corner for 3.
Paiwai has a lot of experience in junior tall firm prior to some Tauihi experience as well.
Let's not forget the Queens have just been on the road for a week in China, of all places. 3 preseason games for them. Mitchell underneath on the feed, receiving from Dunn.
And I like that. Paiwai giving up some inches there in height, and Mitchell taking advantage in the post.
On the drive, Hippolyte unable to finish. Here's D'Angelo, first shot for her. Can't complete, rebound, Lauren Hippolyte.
under a lot of pressure there. The Hoiho up the floor.
Beckley from downtown. That one off to the right.
But Queens scrambling on that full court pressure as we see Mitchell again with a back to the basket.
Early stages, Hoiho by 2. And there's a foul on Alana Paiwai. And that'll put Millie Simpson to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. She'll have a look at a couple of shots there. Nice start tonight to open the season in the Sky Broadband Rapid League from the Southern Hoiho.
And as you mentioned, the Queens able to get away to China, of all places, to get a couple of pre-season games going. Hoiho, no games that we're aware of in China for them.
No, definitely not. Hasn't stopped them getting off to a nice start here tonight, though. Dunn's kept that second shot alive, and here's Simpson on the drive. This is a hot start.
It is indeed, and Dunn doing some very good work on the glass there, able to keep that alive. And the Queens, you know, maybe a little outsized there, the length of Dunn.
And there's some big play news for the Queens tonight. We'll update you in a moment. Nice drive just into Beckley. Scoring, of course, can come at you quickly in the Rapid League. 4x4 minute quarters. Turnover. D'Angelo left it behind and just clipped the back of Jacinta Beckley. Clear path foul, unsportsmanlike, and in the end, probably the right call.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of a jersey grab in there as well, so definitely the right call.
Now, some player news for tonight, Miles. The Queens only running 6 players in the Rapid League, and they've got a couple of big outs. Jordan Horston, of course, WNBA superstar from the Seattle Storm, does not arrive until next week in New Zealand, and the news through just before tip-off tonight. Argentinian star guard from 2022, champion, of course, yep. Florencia Chagas is out ill tonight, so a late scratch for the Queens, and they've had to change things up. Grace Hunter will get the start this evening in the Tauihi game.
And they are 2 amazing players to have out, so the Queens with a little bit of a talent deficit, with the Hoiho having everyone involved.
Look at the courage there. Young Harris jumping up to her feet, called for the travel.
But what an opportunity for Grace Hunter, who's played very well in Queens colours over the last season.
She actually tonight, Grace Hunter, sets the game's record for the Queens. She'll go to number 1. There's Leach, nice drive off the right. D'Angelo up with it quickly for the Hoiho. Again, leaves it behind. Paiwai nearly stole it. Loose ball in the middle. That'll be over and back. Queens get it back.
And the Hoiho asking if there was a deflection there. No such conversation coming.
Got to say, love this format of the game. It was in Tauihi last season. Paiwai for 3. Also, for the first time in the Salsa NBL through 2024. Players have really got used to this. How about that off the hand of Tyler Mitchell?
Oh, great drive and kick there. Mitchell, feet set, knocking that one down.
And we know she can hit threes, the sharpshooter. Tyler Mitchell, what a season she had last year. Now the Queens turn it over.
Beckley saw an open teammate, and unfortunately, her teammate didn't realise she was open. What an advantage for these 2 squads, though. Both assistant coaches with head coach experience here in the Tauihi League.
Yeah, Mel Bennett, what a pickup. Parted ways with the Tauranga Phi, of course, coach of the Phi for the first 2 years in Tauihi. And the Queens were very, very quick to grab that signature and bring her to Wellington. Here's Lauren Hippolyte. Speaking of new faces coming to Wellington, GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Lauren Hippolyte spent the first 2 seasons of Tauihi with the mainland Puakai.
And a great pickup. A lot of experience, particularly international experience representing New Zealand in the 3x3 format of the game.
Has just been in Australia for the last 6 months as well. Lauren Hippolyte, 2 misses there. She won't like that. Great work by the Hoiho, finishing it off underneath. Dashing cut down the lane, Abby Harris.
Queen's defense just fell asleep and Harris was all alone at the rim.
It's been a really good start from the visitors here tonight. Kiriana Hippolyte, just 17 years of age, has just been at the NBA Without Borders camp in Perth.
And you and I were chatting about this just before we came on air, the advantages of this Rapid League and some of our athletes being able to play in this, some of our young athletes being able to play in this, is our under 17 men's team finished 4th in the world. Almost all of those guys there playing Sal's NBL and Rapid League before that. And of course some of the girls getting the same opportunity in Rapid and Tauihi League.
Definitely seeing a lot of player development through this Rapid League. Couple of points there for the Queens. D'Angelo again knocked out of her hand. Alana Paiwai has been nothing short of a pest in this opening quarter.
She does have some speed on her and those quick hands, able to get that deflection and then tie that ball up. Queens get the possession back. 2 seconds on the clock.
All the way from Mahia in Hawke's Bay, Alana Paiwai. Now what will be interesting here, it is the first quarter, but do the Queens take their BNZ player timeout? 2.6 seconds on the clock. They can advance, of course, off a BNZ player timeout. This will be interesting. Lauren Hippolyte, are they going to play this? They are. Will they get a late shot? Paiwai mid-court, not too far away. And that'll do us an entertaining opening to the 2024 Sky Broadband Rapid League season. Southern Hoiho leading this one by 4. Tight contest. Queens undermanned tonight. A couple of big outs. No Jordan Horston and no Florencia Chagas. The Hoiho are at full strength. And they've made a good start, Miles Pearce.
They have. They've made an absolutely fantastic start. And interesting comment about the BNZ player timeout. I actually got a chance to catch up with Campbell Scott, who's checking out some Fielding High School games, his alma mater, and we had a conversation about some of the player timeouts in the NBL, in Sal's NBL, and when he thought some opportunities were to take them as an opportunity to take a Sal's NBL steal combo. That's a great deal.
Well, that's an Alana Paiwai steal right there. $30 QR code on your screen right now. Get used to this right throughout the season. Scan away, save some money, and grab some Sal's, the steal combo. That's this week's special. Queens step back out in their purple. I like the uniform. Nice strip from New Balance.
They're looking good. It's one of the highlights of every season so far. We've had the Rapid for both the Tauihi and Sal's, who's got the coolest looking uniform.
Oh, don't worry, I'm catching up with Casey Frank on Sunday for the Kahu Hoiho game, and he'll be all over the threads. Underway, second quarter here tonight. Both teams still have their BNZ player timeout. Hoiho by 4.
Good ball movement. Elise
Simpson sends it over, and Elise Gilbert. Tell us a little bit about Elise Gilbert, Miles, because she's another youngster that's coming through the ranks, isn't she?
She is. Made the move south to go to university. Former junior tall fern. Was part of that group that competed in China, as we see Hippolyte. No, Leach, sorry, spinning but unable to hit. Paiwai comes up with the ball, keeps it alive.
And puts it down. So Alana Paiwai is certainly making her presence felt so far tonight. Queens get it back to within 2.
And the Queens are lucky to be in 2, only shooting 25% from the floor at quarter time, but still managing to keep the game close.
Gallagher, one of the best outside shooters in the competition. This time goes inside, leaves it short, off hands. Hoiho get it back. Looking forward to seeing some of the new and old faces tonight in Tauihi. That game coming up live, 7:30 p.m. New Zealand time.
You've already mentioned a couple of familiar faces here, just in new uniforms.
Mid-court foul, Abby Harris. Stella Beck, of course, captain of the Queens. Last time here was grand final night last year. And of course, she was sitting in the stands ill with food poisoning, missed the grand final.
Big out for the Queens. Of course, in third year, Queens winning first championship. Kahu taking last year's title.
Yeah, they've built a good rivalry, haven't they, those two?
In year 3.
Here's Simpson to the right, to the left on the drive. It was good. Couldn't finish, though. Beckley with a rebound.
A little too strong on that, as we see a great deflection. Gallagher. Defense at half court.
And now she'll fire away. Look deep off the hand, it was. Queens come up with it. Leach on the run. First time in Queens colours. Former BNZ Northern Kahu player, Hippolyte, had a long time to look at that in the corner. Would have given the Queens the lead too.
Almost too long. Sometimes you're that open, you don't know what to do.
Gallagher runs into Leach. Long bomb from Harris. And off hands, all of a sudden the scoring has dried right up midway through the second quarter of tonight's Sky Broadband Rapid League game.
We got off to a hot start and the pace up and down was really good. Both teams sort of just feeling each other out now. It was a 2-point lead for the Hoiho.
I like the look of round one as well. Coming up tomorrow night, Tauranga Whai open their season at home against the Pro Build ITM Mainland Puakai.
I'm looking forward to seeing MC back in action.
Well, you won't see her tomorrow night. The news, of course, out of the Whai, Michaela Cowling, that's who you're talking about.
Yes.
Still in the States and has just had foot surgery, so she could be out for as much of as a month, Miles, and that's a huge blow, isn't it?
That is a big out.
A couple of offensive fouls, one at either end, and I'm also hearing that McKenna Dale is 50-50 for tomorrow night. I believe a broken finger.
If it's on her shooting hand, that could be very disruptive.
She's one of the best shooters in the competition as well.
Indeed.
Keep an eye on that tomorrow night. Beckley ran into Mitchell. Mitchell came up with it to D'Angelo. Nice little head fake mid-court. Sends it out off the left. Big shot. Unable to put it away.
What a great find from D'Angelo off the dribble.
Good news for the Southerners. Samara Gallagher's just had a nice couple of looks here, Miles, and we know the 32-year-old, once she gets going, she's very, very hard to stop. BNZ player timeout, first one of the season, inside the last minute of this opening half. And of course, that gives us a chance to talk about the BNZ ticket to the big game. Here it is, the QR code for the very first time this season. Get your phones out and scan away thanks to BNZ. There are 5,000 tickets to give away to school groups, sports groups and community groups. So you can come along and see a game of Tauihi. Scan the QR code, fill out your group's details and grab your ticket to the big game with thanks to BNZ. How good is that?
Absolutely amazing. What an opportunity. Come and check out the action.
Let's see what the Queens do out of this. Looked like the Hoiho went into a zone, changed up their defense.
Nice little adjustment there.
Hoiho still have their BNZ player timeout as well. Gallagher took some body there and she's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Have we had a score this quarter? Only the Queens.
Yes. 13-8 was the score at the end. 13-9, sorry. I apologise. 13-9.
GJ Gardner-Holmes replay there. And still without a score this quarter for the Hoiho. You're not going to see that too often in Rapid League.
No, not at all. Some very good shots taken, just haven't been able to knock them down.
And again, without a point. Will they go the quarter scoreless?
Has that happened before?
Good question. I'm usually all over the stats, Miles, but you're testing me on that one.
I am sorry for being that guy, but Mr. Lacey would be the guy that knows that.
Lauren Hippolyte on the drive. Gallagher with the foul, and now Hippolyte to the Chemist Warehouse with a chance to tie it up. She has been there a couple of times tonight. Has missed 2, has missed 3. She won't be happy with that because she comes into this game 83% last season. And she's being asked to leave the court here because of a blood rule. Looks like her right hand is bleeding. So it'll be Ash Tyre who's come onto the court. She's going to have to take the second shot here. We haven't seen Tyre on the court yet, Miles, because you'll see from that left leg, she's carrying a knee injury at the moment by the looks of it. Missed the shot, got it back. 15 seconds. Queens with a late chance. Kiriana Hippolyte, good hand in there. Excellent work. Simpson now on the run. The pass too deep though. And that's an opportunity missed for the Hoiho. Could have used the BNZ player timeout.
Yes. Queens already using theirs. No opportunity to advance the ball. Doesn't matter.
Mid-court. Very similar to what we saw to end the first quarter. So after both teams jumped out of the gates at half-time.
A scoreless quarter for the Southern Hoiho.
And in fact, the Queens only added 2, so you're not going to see that all that often. Only 2 points between 2 teams in a quarter of basketball in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. But the good news is season 2024 is up and running. Chemist Warehouse stats, Jacinta Beckley leading the scoring.
Yeah, in what is, you're right, a little bit of a low-scoring Rapid League game. Jacinta Beckley able to put some points on the board. Also leading the rebounds with 3. I like what I've seen from D'Angelo, as you mentioned, of one of the FIBA Asia players that's playing in the league this year. A couple of assists for D'Angelo as well.
And of course that big block at the end there from Millie Simpson. There's the steal. So halftime here, Chemist Warehouse stats, the official stats partner right throughout the season. Crowd starting to fill up. Tauihi not too far away tonight. No Florencia Chagas, no Jordan Horston. I am very much looking forward tonight to seeing Tamari Key for the Queens. 6'6". You can just see her there at the back of the Queens huddle on the sidelines wearing the headband. Tamari Key, 198 centimetres, tallest player in GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi this season, and record shot blocker for the University of Tennessee Lady Volunteers. 367 blocks in her collegiate career.
That is a lot, and what an elite program, the Lady Volunteers. Of course, Pat Summitt, the great Pat Summitt, won a couple of championships.
Absolutely. There. Well, let me give you some stats on what. Sorry, 347 blocks, I should have said. I think I said 367. I gave her an extra 20.
Hey, we give them to her.
I'll tell you how good 347 blocks is, how good it is in the SEC. Asia Wilson's ahead of her, plus 16. But she's had 26 more blocks than Sylvia Fowles and 72 more than Candace Parker in the SEC.
And, you know, those 3 are doing fairly well in applying their trade in the WNBA.
Second half underway. Shooting percentages so far in this game, they would have plummeted in that second quarter, Miles.
They did indeed. Well, for the Queens, not so much, from 25 to just down to 20. But the big plummet was Hoiho, 71% in the first quarter. And they dropped to 35%, 0 of 7 in that second quarter. So they are looking to add some points any way they can here early in the third.
Kept scoreless. Here's D'Angelo. Can she get busy? Has Awatea Leach to deal with. Harris on nice. Kept the foot planted. Mitchell with a good look.
Gilbert fighting for that rebound.
And set it up in the end. Abby Harris with the score, the 20-year-old.
Great work from Gilbert, earning an extra possession and getting the assist as Harris knocks that down. First points in a long time for the Hoiho.
And importantly, the opening points of this third quarter, spin to the basket. Beckley looked like she had a hand in the back there. No call from the coin officials. And now D'Angelo on the move, stepping back, off balance, can't finish. Paiwai rebound, the dasher surrounded, hassled out of it. Simpson comes up with it and adds 2.
Paiwai just mobbed there with that double team. Simpson and Mitchell able to take it away and get an easy score. Just like that, 6-point lead.
Back-to-back baskets. Hippolyte, corner 3 is long. Underneath, jump is called. And the possession's going to go the way of the Southern Hoiho.
Paiwai's all over the place. Hands in on that one, forcing the jump ball.
Get to see Paige Bradley back tonight for the Hoiho. All-Star 5 member last season, leading assists in Tauihi. Really looking forward to seeing her. Won't be battling with Florencia Chagas though, who's out ill tonight. Also Jiun Park. Speaking of FIBA Asia stars, Jiun Park, the Korean national team player. Get to see her tonight for the Queens.
And you might want to explain some of the FIBA Asia players and how that's being built into our season this year.
Yeah, good question. So the rules, every team can have 5 international players on paid contracts and 7 Kiwi players on paid contracts. Of the 5 international players, Miles, 2 or a minimum of 2 have to be FIBA Asia players. So from any country in FIBA Asia, including Australia.
Yep, there you go. So huge opening up our league to the rest of Asia, Australasia, if you will. And the Korean international coming to join this squad and try and help push them to a championship this year.
And one of the very best players out of Korea as well, it must be said, Jihoon Park, the 24-year-old. Margin here at 5. That is from downtown, Chelsea D'Angelo.
Shoots that with confidence. A little short on that as we see Hippolyte.
Speaking of confidence, Beckley inside, doesn't get the drop. Will have to do the work from the Chemist Warehouse. Kiriana Hippolyte, just 17 years of age, is currently finishing her studies back in Australia in Brisbane. I believe she has to head back in a couple of weeks and complete her high school exams
for the
certificate,
year. Yes.
Yeah. But has just been in Perth at the NBA Without Borders camp. Made the All-Star 5. That's how good she's going.
Very impressive. Of course, that was part of the Hoops Fest.
Yep.
With the NBL kicking off, and even the Australian Women's National League got their pre-season underway there. A lot of basketball being played.
Low scoring tonight. Great pass. Hippolyte to Leach. The speedsters up the floor for the Queens. And Aotearoa Leach will be the next player up to visit the Chemist Warehouse tonight. 17-13, 1:41 to play in this third quarter. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay, heads up.
And just right there, you could see Leach create some contact while still picking up the ball, causing that contact and earning herself a trip to the Chemist Warehouse charity stripe.
Speaking of new players into the competition this season, another WNBA drafted player, Ashley Jones, playing for the Tauranga Phi. Really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow night against the Pauakai.
Well, we've got talent across all teams. WNBA level talent and some up and coming stars from all around the country. It's great to see.
Harris with the 2 inside. Talking about Tamari Key and her 347 blocks. Ashley Jones, more than 3,000 collegiate points. She's a scoring machine. Oh, Alana Paiwai. How about that?
Just sneaking that little rondo finish there under the outstretched arm of Gilbert.
She's up to 7 in the game now, leading the way for the Queens. Beckley gets the steal. Pulls up the dribble, sends it up the floor. Hippolyte wants to get on the move with a chance to tie it up. Jacinta Beckley.
How good is it to see her back in Queens colours? A little bit of a spot player for the Poakai last year.
All tied up. Loose ball. Simpson all alone. Chance at the 2. In and out for Gilbert. Beckley has her fingerprints all over it this quarter.
Poway checks the clock and slows things down. Only a couple of seconds difference.
She'll fire from deep.
Probably not the shot that coach wanted in that situation.
I was about to say exactly the same thing.
Only a couple of seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Gives the Hoiho another chance at this one. See if they can regain the lead.
Here's Dunn on the pick and roll, floats it up. Can't float it in. So 3-quarter time. All set for a big last quarter tonight. In the Sky Broadband Rapid League, Queens and the Hoiho tied up at 19 apiece.
Yeah, and after what was possibly the slowest Rapid League quarter we've had in this form of the game, just an explosion of points.
I'll tell you what's not slow. The Sky Broadband Fibre Starter, $27.50 a month for the first 3 months. What a beauty. There's all the details. Get in contact and get yourself onto some Sky Broadband. Definitely not slow.
Not at all. Just like that scoring in that quarter. Unbelievable change from quarter to quarter, and it's what we like to see.
Going to have a lot of people tuning in tonight from Dunedin and throughout the Otago region. Just want to say we're thinking of you all. We've had a lot of rain down there over the last day and a half, some major floods, state of emergency down there. We know you're doing it tough. We are thinking of you tonight, and please stay safe.
Yes.
Hope you're all well. Look after each other. Certainly some trying times coming up for a lot of people down in that region tonight and over the days and weeks ahead.
Yeah, just unbelievable down there what they're going through. So prayers and thoughts to everyone in that situation.
I think they had like a year's worth of rain in a day, Miles. Underway, Queens. First look at it, Leach sets up Beckley, and for the first time tonight, the Queens have the lead.
Just an unbelievable little pass, dropping that off. Leach.
How important has Jacinta Beckley been? 12 points in the game now, to go with 4 rebounds and a couple of steals.
Huge part of it, and as I mentioned, not a Queen last year. Great to see her back in Queen's colours.
And she played 3 games in the Rapid League. Here's Hippolyte, deep 2 is off. Played 3 games in the Rapid League. 2 of them were against the Queens, and she hit the winning basket in both for the Poakai.
Yes.
Numbers here with the Queens, although Hippolyte picked up for the travel. Led to believe, by the way, because I know there's a couple of questions that have come through. Kiriana Hippolyte and Lauren Hippolyte. I don't think they're any relation, Miles.
No, but we can say that they're all Queens whānau right now.
They are. Alia Dunn. Oh, nice little, just the step back there, the Dirk Nowitzki.
See, I'm old enough to call that the Pat Reedy, and I'm sure you remember Pat Reedy used to shoot that in the Australian Men's League.
Ties it up, here's Dunn again. That was a handy basket. Gilbert wants to go it alone. Second effort is good, and just like that, the Hoiho retake the lead.
What an effort from Gilbert. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, with that international experience with the Junior Tall Ferns earlier this year, off in China, Asia Cup.
Aotearoa Leach from the corner. Trading baskets now, the Queens and the Hoiho. The home team back out by 1, and they turn it over. Bad pass. They got the numbers here. Beckley. Leach gives it up, wants it back, gets it back, fires away, back to back, no. And we've got a BNZ player timeout. Called very early here by the Hoiho.
And this is something that Campbell Scott and I were chatting about. Campbell Scott being with the Sharks and the Jets over the last couple of years. We were talking about, do you take a player timeout to stop a run?
Well, they've done that. Don't forget, there's the QR code. Scan away. 5,000 tickets available for the BNZ Ticket to the Big Game. Sports groups, community groups, school groups. Scan away, fill out the details. And we can't wait to see you at a game of Tauihi with thanks to BNZ. D'Angelo, hot pass, just leaning in on the foul. Beckley.
I love the way D'Angelo is passing the ball. Has the ball on a string, able to find teammates. Already got a couple of assists in this game.
And Abby Harris now at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. This game up for grabs, in and out. Queens lead by 1. Harris's numbers tonight, 6 points, a rebound and a steal. Second one is out as well. Who's that come off the hand of? It's Beckley in the end. She's saying Alia Dunn knocked it out from behind.
Referee Callum Welch was right there on the spot. Had a good angle on it.
A lot closer than what we are. Mitchell ignores the screen. Who's that come off last? I think the Queens will get it back. They do. Couple of signs.
With the opportunity to add to that 1 point lead.
Couple of good signs here for the Queens. And again, Alana Paiwai right in the middle of it. That pass is loose. Hippolyte to Beckley. Who's going to step up here, Miles? Who's going to take the win tonight and get their season off on the right foot?
Well, if the Queens had space, Hippolyte throwing that one just a little in front of a teammate, but the ball movement from the Queens tonight has been very, very good. They can continue that for the final minute 40. They should be able to come away with the win.
Oh, look out, Simpson wide open for 3 here. Misses, loose ball. Hoiho maintain possession. If you're new to Rapid League, the players that you're seeing right now are all coming off the bench tonight in Tauihi. Fantastic innovation, been here in New Zealand for a couple of years now. D'Angelo for 3. Big basket from the Australian, and the Hoiho retake the lead.
Continuing this back and forth battle as the youngster Hippolyte moves the ball onto Beckley.
If we are tied up, 1 minute of overtime. Starts with a jump ball back in the middle. That's the way Rapid League works. Leach under pressure. Shot clock at 4. Keriana, Hippolyte, gee, right on target. Paiwai comes up with it. They reset, new 14. Under a minute to play. Oh, D'Angelo takes it from Beckley. And I just wonder if this is unsportsmanlike. It is. The wraparound from behind against Jacinta Beckley. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Watch it here. There's the steal and there's the grab from behind. Instant call, well picked up by the coin officials.
And if the Hoiho continue on this path and take this win, it is going to be because of this lady at the free throw line right now. She hit a huge 3 before.
Put them back in front, yeah.
Put them back in front, throwing a couple of great assists, few rebounds. There's stuff in the stat sheet here in the opening Rapid League game of the season.
Well, she scored the last 5 points now for the Hoiho, the Australian. Played with the Frankston Blues in the recent NBL 1 season down in Melbourne. WNBL experience with the Southside Flyers and the Melbourne Boomers. Gallagher now. She's off to the Chemist Warehouse. And within the blink of an eye, seemingly it looked like the Queens were on the path to victory. Some resilience shown here by the Southern Hoiho, Miles.
And just the value of the 3-point shot. You saw an uncontested 3 go down there. Then that unsportsmanlike foul and just being able to add points. Here, Gallagher on the line. Clock stopped, adding points, building on that lead.
Out to 5. 50 seconds to play. There's Nat Vizca, coach of the Hoiho. Second one short. Queens have to come up with something. Hippolyte corner, Paiwai, big block Mitchell. Queens do have their BNZ player timeout to use as well.
Well, the tide had turned after that BNZ timeout from the Hoiho. They just got a great settler, as we see Beckley putting the ball on the floor.
And Beckley with the foul straight off the back of it. So everything coming up trumps right now for the Southern Hoiho. They're at full strength tonight. The Queens down a couple of players in the Tauihi GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Great defense, Tyler Mitchell. Straight up and down in the cylinder.
Got that block in the corner there on Paiwai on the fast break, corner 3. And then able to take that away and earn a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
A couple of blocks for her tonight. 9 points in the game now as well for the 22-year-old. And that margin at 7. Still time. Long shot.
Hippolyte firing away wearing a Stella Beck jersey.
She is, of course.
Just a fan.
Went off, yes, she is. Went off with the blood rule earlier. So
yes.
She changed singlets and now she's fouled. Chelsea D'Angelo. So impressive performance here down the stretch by the Hoiho. Let's not forget, didn't score a point in the second quarter. Their run now 13-5 in the last.
Yes. Scoring in bunches as we see Gilbert check back into the game for Gallagher.
I do wonder if this is a sign of what we might see tonight, Miles. The Queens, of course, have been in China for the last week. 3 games, 12, 13-hour flights.
Got back a couple of days ago, but still that takes its toll on the body.
Came back into Wellington late Wednesday night. So whilst they've played some basketball together, it's also been a heavy burden on the legs, and they have slowed up in this last quarter tonight. Dying seconds, Paiwai calls the BNZ player timeout. The Queens will have a chat, and that gives us a chance to bring the QR code up again. If you haven't picked it up already, grab your phones. Here's your chance to score some free tickets to the big game with thanks to BNZ. This will be happening all season long. 5,000 tickets to give away. School groups, sports groups and community groups. Scan that QR code and you can come along to the big game with thanks to BNZ. Get on board. Deep 3 off the hand of Lauren Hippolyte. D'Angelo has just mastered this game down the stretch, hasn't she? Too strong, too experienced, and that'll just about do us. Great win to start the season. Sky Broadband Rapid League, Southern Hoiho storming home in the last quarter to win 33-24. Really impressive finish for them tonight.
It was, and D'Angelo finished 7 and 7 rebounds. While Tyler Mitchell added 9 for the Hoiho. Great to see.
Justina Beckley, 12 points on the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet for the Queens. Paiwai involved in everything for her, 7 points. D'Angelo with 8 rebounds in the end.
8 rebounds. The live stats just catching up, but what an impressive first hit out for her. 7 points, 8 rebounds, a couple of assists to go there as well.
All about the Hippolytes in the assist column for the Queens. Tyler Mitchell with 2 big blocks. Impressive from her tonight. And there was quite a few steals in this one. A lot of loose balls. Beckley comes up with 3 steals to lead the way for the Queens tonight. But in the end, the scoreboard favours the Hoiho. They're on a double road trip, Queens tonight. And they take on the Kahu on Sunday afternoon. First game up and done in the Rapid League for season 2024. And now our attention turns to tonight's big game. GJ Gardner-Holmes Tauihi here at Rauparaha Arena in Porirua. Coming up next, the Queens and the Hoiho to start their season. On the other side of the break, we'll take a look back at some of the best bits of Tauihi in 2023. And then we're straight back here for some Friday night hoops. Hope you're enjoying it right here on Sky Sport.
My crew has lots and lots. Queens 5-0. Everyone loves to give away, and we've got lots to give away this season. Bring that energy, bring that noise, and we'll be taking home with summer. Now high crews spread out throughout the grandstand. They're the ones in the gold and black t-shirts. Make some noise, get yourself an ASCO mini basketball. Push that trick today through the first game. Face works those hands. Oh, there's a couple more to give away, so wave those hands. Make some noise, make sure the high crew can see you. Hope lots of you got those things to go. Basketballs to take home. We'll squeeze throughout the game. We've got loads of giveaways. Right throughout the season. Plenty today. So keep good. So, with that high energy, loud noise, and our high crew will find you for sure. Starting a little bit later than our scheduled 7:30 tip-off, but just more time to build the excitement for round one.
Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. It's not just a basketball league, it's a movement. We're changing the status quo isn't a surprise, but an expectation.
First ever fully woman-owned and operated professional sports team in the world.
It's a league where these wahine toa aren't just hoopers, but role models, idols, and heroes. Tauihi meaning to soar. And don't they continue to fly high every year? There's no telling what Tauihi Season 3 will bring, But there's only one place you can watch these women soar. Your home of Tauihi and the rapidly Sky Sport.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster.
This season is alive!
E for exciting, entertaining, energy, and epic. Tauihi Basketball, rated E.
Help me up, never let it fall. Help me roar like an animal. Back to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
Kia ora everyone, no mai hara mai, hello and welcome to season 3 of GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Great to have you with us. New window, new time, it's an October start. New rules, new players. It's exciting stuff coming your way over the next 12 weeks. The Queens in the Hoiho to open it up tonight. Hope you're well wherever you're watching right around New Zealand. Justin Nelson and Miles Pearce with you. We're at the home of the Queens and we can't wait to get started. Good evening to you, Miles.
Good evening, and as you said, a whole bunch of new and exciting. It's going to be a great season.
Hoiho in the blue tonight, the Queens in the black. There's the mixandpick.com poll. Scan away, have your say. We want to hear from you, the fans. Who are you going for tonight? The Queens with 63% of the vote coming in. And I reckon the Hoiho, those percentages are going to build because the news here tonight, no Jordan Horston. She doesn't arrive in New Zealand until next week. And there's some illness going through the Queens camp, and it has claimed Florencia Chagas, the Argentinian point guard. She is out tonight ill, which is a really unfortunate blow. So it's all hands on deck for the Queens.
It is indeed, and Florencia Chagas just sitting on the team bench at the moment. Got to have a quick chat to her earlier, a little under the weather, but an opportunity for a couple of these Queens players to step up and fill the gap left by those two imports.
That's what's coming up to get us underway in season 2024. GJ Gardner Homes, Tauihi, Whai and the Pauakai tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. The Whai have got some injury concerns as well. And then the champs, the reigning champs, the BNZ Northern Kahu in action on Sunday afternoon at Event Finder Stadium up against the Southern Hoiho. They've got the double in round 1. And then round 2 starts with the Whai at home next week. Let's have a look at the starters for the visitors tonight in the light blue. Paige Bradley, how good is it to have this superstar point guard back? Leading assists in the league last year, all-star 5. Nat Hurst, I shouldn't say Nat Hurst, Elise Hurst. Nat Hurst is pretty good, by the way,
yes,
as well. She's the Tall Ferns coach. Elise Hurst, another Aussie into the competition. She's back for season number 2. And what about Zoe Richards? Happy birthday, 27 today.
There you go. What a way to spend your birthday, getting a game in and see if she can celebrate with a win.
A couple of other imports, Natalie Cho, the American, and really looking forward to seeing Samantha Bowman tonight. Big import forward. Todd Marshall is the coach of the Southern Hoiho. Let's have a chat with him now.
Welcome back, another season at the helm, 2024. How are you prepared for this one?
It's been a wee bit different to last year with the amount of players coming in from overseas. So we've been going for about 8 weeks with all those that were local. And then as players have dripped in, we've just been adding them to the equation. So sometimes you feel like you've been going over things again and again and again. So we're just ready to play.
And you mentioned having some of those some players at town. You've got some university kids. How have you dealt with those local players, and what have you been doing to prepare them for that long time?
Oh, well, we've had our club season, so they've all been really involved in that. But they've all been putting in some good work in their own time, which has been really nice. Players like Tyler Mitchell and Caitlin O'Connell isn't here. You can see they've done work in the off-season, probably as fit as they've ever been. So it's really good. It's a positive. It's been great.
Awesome. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
So a big chance for the Hoiho tonight at full strength against the undermanned Tokomanawa Queens. In fact, round 1 last season, opening game of the season, we were right here, and the Hoiho won by 7 on the road. Ashton Prechtel, what a start she had to her season. Here's the starters tonight for the Ansco Tokomanawa Queens. Grace Hunter gets the start with the ball with no Florencia Chugga. Stella Beck, the captain, what a star she is. Ji-Hoon Park, the 24-year-old FIBA Asia player out of Korea. Look out for her tonight. Lou Brown, the Aussie, is playing with her former collegiate teammate Tamari Key. 347 blocks at the University of Tennessee. The Lady Vols, she's 6'6". She is the tallest player in the league, Miles.
And there's not too many girls I walk past and, oh wow, she's tall, she's big, and you know, you mentioned those blocks. She's going to be clogging up the paint and possibly taking it, making it hard for the Hoiho to finish at the rim.
Tanya Tupu is the coach of the Tokomanawa Queens, champions in 2022, runners-up last year. Miles, you caught up with her just before the game.
Welcome back, another season 2024. How have you prepared for this, and a little trip away to prepare for this?
Yeah, we went to China, and it was a great trip away. We were able to scale up our system really quickly and get some good competition, so you can see how we are tonight when we go against this team.
And unfortunately, you are down 1 point guard. No Flo tonight. She a little under the weather.
Yeah, yep. Actually, you know, going to China, we had to battle with a few gastro bugs, and as you do when you go overseas, and yeah, this one hit her hard. So yeah, she's on rest.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good luck for the season opener.
So she's had to shuffle things around tonight. Tanya Tupu, 3rd season as coach of the Queens. She's got some big outs. Superstar WNBA, 76 gamer for the Seattle Storm, Jordan Horston, one of the big names this season, not in town till next week. And Florencia Chagas, a late scratch through illness. The Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, pretty evenly matched last season.
Yeah, it was indeed. As you mentioned earlier, we got to call that game tipping off last year. Hoiho coming away with the win. New year, new result. Queens are hoping so.
Well, the Hoiho actually had the wood over the Queens last season. Of those 7 wins, 3 of them in the regular season came against the Queens, and then the Queens obviously made it through and went on to the grand final. Looking forward to the matchup between Lou Brown and Samantha Bowman. That is going to be a hot contest. And as we said, happy 27th birthday to Zoe Richards. She is a Dunedin girl through and through. And as we say that, we extend all of our thoughts to everybody down in Dunedin and Otago tonight. We know you're doing a tough state of emergency with floods. Stay safe, stay warm, and look after each other. Enjoy some basketball if you can.
Yeah, it's I got to spend a couple of years down there playing for the Nuggets many years ago, but got some good friends down there, so best wishes and hoping everyone is as safe as they can possibly be down there.
Point officials tonight, Callum Welsh, Sampan, Amy Jo Clark. Let's bring that mix and pick poll back up, because with the injury news and the absences for the Tokomanawa Queens, it looks like people are starting to pile in for the Hoiho. Look at that, there's been a shift.
There has indeed, and why not? Why not? You know, the big one that you said, the Hoiho had the wood over the Queens last year. One of those factors was Prechtel, the size and dominance of her inside, and almost flipping the tables here with Key. Can she be the difference maker this year?
Great to see some young fans bringing the Molten basketball out tonight. Have a look at that. Gotta love it. Look at Tamari Key towering over those 2 young Queens fans. Love our fans in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi. Off they trot to the applause of the crowd. And we are set to go. Friday Night Hoops, welcome back, season 2024. GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi. We are about to get started. It's the hometown team, the Queens in the black, the Hoiho in the light blue. Key and Richards underway. Season 2024, the first tap is a deep one, picked straight up by Samantha Bowman. And here is Paige Bradley. Look out for her tonight. Another new face, Natalie Cho. Richards on the drive on Key. Turning back, turns it over. Stella Beck with the steal.
not the ideal start that they wanted as Grace Hunter fires away.
Princess of Porirua. Welcome back, Grace Hunter. That's your first basket of the season right there. Mark it down, Miles Pearce. Bowman looking to answer.
Park cleaning up that rebound. Queens can add to this early 3-point lead.
Talk about hometown favourite getting the first score. Couldn't have been in better hands than Grace Hunter. She is loved around here. Pass in, looking for Key. Big job tonight, Sammy Bowman.
Indeed, we saw that little cross-screen action, trying to get Key down low to be able to catch and finish. Play broken up. Expect a little bit of that as we see another one, another screen.
Hunter on the drive, stepping back, good defense, Bowman. Looks like Richards has got the job on Key, giving away a lot of size, leaning in. Cho with the foul on Ji-Hoon Park, our first chance to see the 24-year-old Korean international. From all the reports, here she is on the GJ Gardner Homes replay. There's the foul. The Queens, of course, have just been on a 3-game trip to China, and from all reports, Ji-Hoon Park absolutely tore it up.
Well, our girls through our under 17 and under 19 programs have to qualify through that Asia process now, as we see Park firing away from the top.
Late in the shot clock, had to get it up.
And, you know, just how tough China, Korea, Japan are on the women's side in FIBA basketball. As we see the Hoiho have one go in and out, unable to open their scoring for the evening.
Paige Bradley, superstar from last season. Here's Park on the drive now, using the body of Tamari Key. Can't get it to go. Lou Brown had it, lost it, scrambled. Bowman there. And we've got to jump some desperation early in the Tauihi tonight. Phi and the Pauakai do battle tomorrow night. The Phi with some real injury concerns. No Michaela Cowling. Foot surgery, out for at least a month.
And that is a big out. She was an absolute star in the Tauihi League last year.
I'm hearing a broken finger for McKenna Dale as well. Beck gets it in. Shot clock at 10. Brown didn't expect it. Bounce pass to Park off the foot of Cho. Natalie Cho, a player to watch as well. 147 games with Baylor and UCLA, two very good programs.
UCLA now has a Kiwi on their roster.
Look at Richards all over Tamari Key. In, out. Rebound, Brown puts it back. A lot of contact, no whistle.
This opening game and opening couple of minutes has been played with a high level intensity. You mentioned the blocks just before. There's number one.
Tamari Key, 347 block career in college with the Lady Vols. Gets her first block of the season. That pass too deep. Beck to Brown. I think we're going to see a lot of blocks this season for Tamari Key.
I tend to agree based on the first few possessions of this game.
She's blowing hard at the moment too, Tamari Key. Here's Bradley. Hunter's got the job. No Florencia Chagas tonight. A late scratch on the curl cut. Hurst with the miss. She gets a hot hand. Look out. Had 32 in a semi-final against the Queens last year. Beck on the drive. Nowhere to go. Brown. Shot clock at 10. Hunter. Smacked out of play by Bradley.
Short clock here, only 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Queens.
109 assists last season, Paige Bradley, already second in the league after one season.
And it's going to be exciting to see what she can do, especially with teammate D'Angelo joining the Hoiho.
Cho's got the job on Park. Bradley wants to pick up the pace, has just been with the Knox Raiders over in Melbourne. There's a foul. Lou Brown's going to pick up that.
Club with a lot of history, Knox Raiders, over in Siebel and now NBL 1, I should say.
NBL 1 South, yeah.
Yeah. Siebel was a couple of competitions ago, showing my age there.
Here's Samantha Bowman at the Chemist Warehouse stripe, 24-year-old. Has played the last couple of seasons with Rockhampton. Beautiful place, by the way, up north. 20 points, 11 rebounds a game in NBL 1 with Rockhampton last season. They won the title, in fact. She scores, Samantha Bowman. 1,600 points, 1,200 rebounds. Central Washington Wildcats, another glittering collegiate career. Scoring slow. Key. Look good off the hand. Offensive board, Lou Brown. Look out for that this season. She's dynamite off the glass.
Unlucky for Key there. A couple of shots of hers have been great looks. It is rimmed out.
Bowman surrounded. Brown. Pass quickly. Here's Park in the open court for three. Look great off the hand. Says hello to the crowd. Ji-Hoon Park. How about the salute?
And if she is going to get given that much time and space, as we Bradley try and answer back, but if Park gets that much time and space, I think the Hoiho could be in for a long night.
Did well there too, Ji-Hoon Park, to keep the ball in play.
Great hustle.
On a bit of a run here. 7-2. Key. Park. Key wasn't expecting it. Good hand. Bowman. Here's Bradley open court. Beck gets back. Great pass to Bowman on the run. Can't finish. Basket goes begging there for the Hoiho. Just 2 points so far in the opening half of this first quarter.
And I want that to go down just because I want to see more Paige Bradley assists.
Park. Crafty. Shot clock at 4. Hunter. Little jumper. Rolls in. Soft touch. Lou Brown. 9-2. Looks like the Queens have played a little bit of basketball together over the last week.
They have indeed, and we were chatting about the hours in the plane and the travel. Will it come up as we see Bradley with a great find?
Oh, Stella Beck.
Stella Beck with an even better defensive play.
Wow. How about that for an early highlight in Tauihi 24. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay, good screen, Bowman, pass, delightful. Look at Beck coming over Richards. Wonder if there was a happy birthday message in there somewhere.
Yeah. Wonder if the captain knows it's a birthday.
Beck, the party spoiler, missed shot. Paige Bradley, she'll get going at some stage. Played with the Sydney Flames in the WNBL this past season. Brown underneath, good feed, Hunter.
Well, I mentioned earlier that size of the Hoiho last year with Prechtel. The Queens bringing their own size to the party and getting a deep seal as Richards fires away from the top.
That one away to the left. I did think coming in tonight the Queens would get a good start given they've played some basketball together over the last week against tough opposition. It's their legs and stamina that's the worry for me. Here's Bradley on the drive, Euro step, gets it in. How about the spin on that?
A little bit of English.
And gee, they needed that. Park, another three. No, that one off target. Paige Bradley's made her intentions known. She's looking to run at all costs. Haven't seen a lot of Elise Hurst yet. Here she is, the sharpshooter. Little hezzy. Is it knocked out of her hand by Stella Beck?
You mentioned those games over in China. I was talking to Coach Mel Bennett before the game, before tip-off tonight, and she was saying that it was so valuable just to get away and be together as a group and as a team, and the valuable minutes on court, as well as all the team bonding.
BNZ player timeouts in action again this season as well. Each team has one per half. Hoiho won the Rapid League earlier tonight. Bowman underneath. She's off to the Chemist Warehouse for the bonus. The foul on Ji-Hoon Park. Better play here for the Southerners. They've scored the last two baskets of the game. Sammy Bowman back to the line to do some shopping at the Chemist Warehouse.
My gut feeling is as the longer this game goes on, the Hoiho get some repetitions together. That's going to benefit them, and like you mentioned, will that travel, as we see a little fumble there, deflection, stays with the Queens. Will that travel, as you mentioned, getting back Saturday night, Will that play a factor on the Queens come the third and fourth quarters?
14 hours of flights. By the way, Lou Brown, speaking of Chemist Warehouse stats, she's got 6 rebounds already. Here she is. Shut down in the post, turns it over. D'Angelo onto the court. She was fantastic tonight in the Rapid League. The Aussie out of Terrelgan. How about the pass to Bowman slashing through? Now Beck has to battle away. Smartly dribbles out of it. She's got Park all by herself on the wing. Ji-Hoon Park, good off the hand. Unable to finish.
I'm liking this backcourt of D'Angelo and Bradley. D'Angelo showed what she could do in the Rapid League game, and I think the passing and ball movement from those two alone will be something exciting. As Bradley fires away long on that, Beckley comes up with a rebound. Queens.
Well, there they were teaming up, just as you were talking about them, Bradley and D'Angelo. The Texan and the Victorian out of Australia. Beck, nowhere to go there. Beckley downtown, looks short. It was front of the iron, and now Bradley again heads up, wants to go. D'Angelo pulls up at the Chemist Warehouse, leaves it short. A couple of big opportunities there for the Hoiho.
There have been for both teams, and as we just play out this first quarter, a couple of minutes to go, it's an interesting one as both teams start feeling each other out. You're potentially scrimmaging as we see Park find Brown.
On the spin, great feed, wasn't it, Ji-Hoon Park? And Lou Brown, what a quarter she's having. 8.6 rebounds already in the game. Bradley fires away deep. Make it another rebound for Lou Brown. She is automatically on double-double watch. We're not even a quarter time. Pass. Leach. Baseline drive. D'Angelo with the foul. Lou Brown, 8 points. And I think she's up to 7 rebounds. Timeout called by the Queens, 1:44 to go, and I think Tanya Tupu here, Miles, just wants to give her team a rest. Look at this. Pass, Park, Brown, finish. Terrific play. We've said it a few times, but it looks like they've just spent a week in China playing 3 tough games of basketball.
Yeah, it does, and you can see just the connections there. The Hoiho a little off kilter with some of those passes and just a little bit of touch at times. But the Queens clearly have had some repetitions together, and they are doing a great job. It was just off camera we can see Stella Beck chatting with referee Sam Pan.
She's pointing up at something. I'm not sure if it's the scoreboard. In fact, they've got Stella Beck on 3 fouls. That's the problem. It's not on Stella. She only has 2 fouls. So the captain quick to notice that the scoreboard in the stadium is wrong. She's only got 2 fouls. The scoreboard showing 3 in the stadium. So that'll get corrected by the coin officials.
We do have 2 on the live stat, so maybe that was just an over-eager button push from someone along the line.
Earlier tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, charging finish by the Southern Hoiho, got over the Queens 33-24. Now, it's a little bit different this year, Miles. Of course, last year, if you won the Rapid League game, you would get a point onto the ladder of the Tauihi ladder.
Yes.
Now it's the same as what we just saw in the Salsa NBL this season. Points for and against scored in Rapid League get put onto the points for and against of your same team in Tauihi. So that's one thing to look out for this season. So you've got to keep scoring.
Yes, you do, and that plays into where you can fit at the end of the year come some tie-ups in terms of points and things like that. So every bucket of every quarter is very valuable. Yeah,
if you finish on the same amount of wins, it'll come down to that points for and against percentage. So you have to keep scoring in Rapid League and Tauihi. Here's Gallagher into the action. Shot clock at 10. Cho gives it up. D'Angelo, long way out, not too far away. Bowman. Hands, Leach, really good. Hunter, banging bodies down the floor. Corner, Park, little head fake. Then she gets busy inside Ji-Hoon Park.
What a great start she's had. knocking down that early three. Couple of great passes. Finishing there on the little runner.
She looks good, doesn't she? Bradley. Oh, pass. Just a little bit too hot for Bowman. We talked about Samantha Bowman having just played at Rockhampton. Rockhampton in the NBL 1 North have 3 players here. Drew Fenton, the coach there, championship winning coach, I must add. 3 players into this pro league here in New Zealand. They've also got Morgan Yeager and Lara McSpadden at the 5. We'll get to see them tomorrow night in action. Beckley. Now Leach, the little runner. Can't finish. Oh, Parks reached in there. That's her second foul, I think.
Well, you did mention that they were champions up there in Rockhampton in the NBL 1. And everyone wants a little piece of that action when it comes to experience winning. There's nothing better than having players that are used to winning and expect to win. Everyone wants those people on their team and part of their squad, so that carries over as we see a little high pick and roll action there for Bradley.
Pull up, left it short off the glass. Beckley had it, lost it, scramble. This time possession will go the way of the Queens, I think. Or does it? I thought we had a jump earlier on this quarter. Maybe not. Lauren Hippolyte into the game for the first time, replaces Jihun Park. She's got 2 fouls. Again, speaking of rules, things are a little bit different here in the Tauihi. There's that jump.
Park off to a good start.
6 personal fouls.
Yes.
In Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. Not the normal 5 that many will be accustomed to, so we do get to see the Stars for longer. Gallagher, great defense, reaching in at the end. Grace Hunter, and that'll put Samara Gallagher to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. The 32-year-old.
With 5 seconds to go, just an opportunity to eat into this lead. Not the starting quarter the Hoiho were hoping for.
One of the more experienced players here in New Zealand, Samara Gallagher. Wonderful story too. Battled concussion for many years, of course. Had some terrible knocks and has rebuilt her career. And she's just nailed a couple from the Chemist Warehouse. Badly needed for the Hoiho.
Well, they've had a couple of great looks at it. Paige Bradley finding some teammates and...
Oh! Late shot. Has that gone in? Did that hit the net underneath or did it go in?
No, I think that was hitting the net underneath. But
it's counted. The points are good. I'd love to see that again on the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. I'm not sure that went in. Right on the buzzer. Here we go. Have a look at this. Grace Hunter, heads up play. Clock ticking down. Oh, she's hit it from 3 and it's definitely underneath.
Underneath. There's nothing but net, but it's got to be on the inside of the net.
Well, she should get 3 shots here as well.
Yes.
Because she was definitely outside the arc. Is it going to be 3? Score won't count. Let's have a look at the replay again. It's definitely outside the 3. The shot is definitely outside the arc. Have a look at this. Grace Hunter. Yeah, just watch the foot here on the shot. Yeah, that's a 3. So it'll be interesting to see whether she gets 2 or 3 from the Chemist Warehouse. There was some confusion as to whether it went in. We can rule that out.
We can definitely rule that out. And
it was well short.
It was nothing but net.
Stopping the play here because it's going to be 0.3 on the clock. Now, the interesting thing here is whether she gets 3 shots or 2. It's going to be 2. Oh, no, 3.
Sampan signaling for 3.
Well done, Coin officials. Well done. Excellent work. They've picked that up.
What a heads-up play from Hunter to get that off. Create some contact.
Opened the game with that 3-pointer. Didn't that bring the crowd to life? 83% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe last season, so she's usually pretty good here. And there you go, 3 from 3. BNZ player timeout. No, they're not going to use it, and they won't get a shot. So that'll do us. Quarter time here, season 2024 up and running. Great to have you with us on Sky Sport. The Queens lead it by 10. Back after the break.
And Noah, make some noise for the ladies and gentlemen. shot, go runs it over, gets your voucher, slap it on the ground and go again. You ready? Count it down with me, Porirua. 3, 2, 1, go! Layups are fine. Noah's in white, Nate's in black. Once they make the layup, cheer them on, ladies and gentlemen. It's not easy going out there. Nate gets the first one. Noah's got one as well. Noah, give your voucher, but there you go. Nate gets another one. You can slam out of the ground there, Nate. Let's go, Noah. Let's go, Nate. The more shots they get, the more vouchers they get of the delicious Sal's pizzas. Nate's finding his rhythm. Noah's getting there. Here you go, Noah. Couple more seconds. Keep it going, you two. Oh, Noah with the confidence, I love it. But you can't get closer. We'll give it another 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's our game for South Steel. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, make some noise for Noah and Nate. Of course, the South Steel is now available at all South pizzerias across New Zealand. A combination of their famous New York.
Noa Hoki Mai, welcome back to Rauparaha Arena tonight in Porirua. Friday night hoops here in New Zealand. The 24 season underway in the GJ Gardner Homes at Tauihi. And it is the Ansco Tokomanawa Queens out by 10 at quarter time. Justin Nelson, Miles Pearce with you. And we've also got the Cells NBL Steel with us as well. $30, that's this week's special. There's the QR code. You know what to do. Second quarter about to get underway. Miles, some of the early stats.
Well, the big one for me is 11% from the floor field goal percentage for the Hoiho. They managed to get a couple of great looks at it, but you can tell it's the first game of the season as they try and work everything together. Paige Bradley throwing a couple of great passes and not connecting, so hopefully they can pick that up as this quarter goes on.
They're on the double as well, aren't they? Hunter nearly got the roll. Brown battles for it underneath. Can't keep it in.
She's doing a power of work on the glass already.
8 points and 7 rebounds opening quarter for Lou Brown tonight. WNBL championship winner. The 29-year-old. Fantastic to have so many of these international stars with us in New Zealand. 25 all up. There's Elise Hurst. She was well held in the first quarter. No points, only put up the one shot. D'Angelo loves that little flick pass out to the wing, doesn't she? And look at that, sets up Elise Hurst, the player we were just talking about. Opening basket of the season for her. 2 Australians connecting there. D'Angelo out of Terrelgan and Hurst out of Bendigo. 2 great country cities. Brown for 3, that one deep. Oh, stealing it underneath out of nowhere. Aotearoa Leach.
Showing the sleight of hand, taking the ball away and taking it away for an easy 2.
First basket for her in new colours. Gallagher, long time in the paint. Deep 2, Zoe Richards won't get the roll. Add another board to Lou Brown. That's her 8th.
8 and 8 already to start the game early in the second.
Park, short. Richards had the drop. Gallagher now, tentatively. Cho, haven't seen a lot of her so far. She draws the foul. She'll have to get the points from the Chemist Warehouse. Queens by 9.
And just a great little read there. Saw that she had Key in front of her. Speed advantage, took her off the dribble and drew that foul.
Jordan Horston will be watching in from the US early in the morning there. Of course, every Tauihi game live on ESPN3. Hello to all of our American fans and audience. Great to have you with us for this opening game of the season. We can't wait to see your Seattle Storm superstar, Jordan Horston, next week, right here on New Zealand soil.
Brown with another rebound.
Leach getting busy. Park loves this corner, I should say. Now she gets on the dribble, knocked out of her hand. Hunter all the way to the basket. And she's proving to be a bit of a handful. Getting the start tonight, Miles, of course. No Florencia Chagas.
Well, she had some experience last year at that starting spot and was in and out depending on what was going on. Of course, a great guard rotation for the Queens last year. Grace Hunter part of that, so plenty of experience.
And interesting to see the Queens just looking after Tamari Key tonight, just working herself into game shape. As Hunter adds another 2 from the stripe. She's 5 of 5 from the Chemist Warehouse, margin back out to 10.
And the Hoiho don't need to panic right now so early in the game, but they do need to be able to get a couple of looks, maybe a little better than that one.
Rush shot from Hurst. Turnover. Gallagher did really well on Beck there. Now Cho fires for 3. Rebound underneath. D'Angelo can't finish. There was some pushing and shoving there. No whistles. Referees letting this one go.
Which is what you like to see.
Sealing inside. Richards ignored. Cho on the drive. Brown reaching up over the top. Fouls and 1. Natalie Cho. Nice, strong, aggressive drive there from Natalie Cho. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Finishes off the glass, the Texan. Another one who spent a season in Australia, all the way over in the West with the Perth Redbacks. 19 points, 6 rebounds a game in that competition. And she converts, drags it back to 7.
And with our competition starting a little bit later, what a great opportunity for some of the New Zealand athletes to go play in Australia in that NBL 1 competition, hone their skills, and then bring them back to our Tauihi League here as we see Hunter find Brown down low.
Nowhere to go, except for Park in the corner. She can't finish. It ends with Beck inside. Oh, the pass looked good for Ji-Hoon Park, and now a chance for the Hoiho. Bradley back out there. Richards underneath. She draws another foul. Foul's becoming a problem for the Queens.
But I like that. Zoe Richards gives it up, gets straight to the post, takes advantage of some size, and earns a trip to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
A little bit of a whisper. Hoiho, their opponent on Sunday afternoon. The BNZ Northern Kahu, I believe, event finder on the North Shore, sold out.
Well, what on Kahu News, what great news
How
with
good is that?
with their ownership group as well.
Yep, all female ownership, coaching group, management group, believed to be the first in the world. Outstanding stuff. 2 misses at one end. Chance for the Queens to make the Hoiho pay. It's going to be Park, head down, turn around, looks short, doesn't get the roll. And now D'Angelo up quickly to Bradley, open lane, cuts it back through the middle, sends it outside through hands. D'Angelo!
And that is some great basketball with D'Angelo and Bradley. The tempo of this game is definitely going to do nothing but increase as we see Bradley find the corner and the extra pass for the D'Angelo 3.
They've picked up the defense, the Hoiho. Now the Queens struggling to score. On the drive, Beck had it, lost it, another turnover. They're on a charge now, the Southerners, full of run, and they can't complete that opportunity. Timeout for the Ansco Tokomanawa Queens. And you got a feeling, Miles, that is just to stem the flow. Well, no, they're not taking it. I thought timeout was called.
I believe they did call a timeout.
So that's been missed by the bench. The Queens definitely called the timeout there. Not picked up at all. Maybe Tanya Tupu just needs to scream that one out a little bit louder.
Little extra volume, little extra sauce on that.
Hunter in and out. Richards, another rebound for her. She's starting to get busy on the boards. Third one for tonight. Most improved player in Tauihi last season, and now she draws another foul. Lou Brown. So the fouls are racking up for the Queens, and now we get that timeout.
But unfortunately for the Queens, that's an extra foul and an extra trip to the charity stripe for the Hoiho.
Well, they've got Park, Hunter, Beck and Brown all on 2 fouls.
And our next giveaways on the list from our high crew.
Hoiho 6 of 10 tonight from the Chemist Warehouse. But more importantly, they've scored the last 6 and they've closed this gap to 4. Sal Tupeds is back every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Come and join the crew. Brooke Rusco. I saw Crystal Ledger Walker, Casey Frank on the show this week. Always a bit of fun. There's so much basketball to talk about right around the world. NBA
really
not
is.
too far away.
Yep.
WNBA finals at the moment. Shad Flavel, new Tall Blacks coach. Congratulations to him.
Congratulations, Shaddy. Got to see him at the high school nationals happening in Palmerston North at the moment. Of course, those big finals tomorrow in the girls. Shout out to the Westlake crew going for a third final.
Doing all right, are they?
Yeah, they're doing very well. So Westlake St Andrews College for the 3rd year in a row. Westlake back-to-back champions. Can they make it back-to-back champions?
Maybe.
And for the boys, we've got Napier winning their semi-final today. They'll be taking on Christ College.
Looking forward to that.
So a lot of action going from high school all the way through to the NBA and the WNBA. Of course, the Breakers off to a hot start as well in the Australian League.
Yeah, 2-0. They're over in the US right now. Richards converts the first at the line. The birthday girl, 27 today. I believe her twin sister, Brittany, flew in unannounced to the game tonight to surprise her twin.
I wonder who's the older one.
I can tell you that.
Oh, there we go.
Zoe.
Oh, you've always got the info on these things.
Zoe is the oldest. There you go. She's got bragging rights.
Right. Yeah.
I think she uses it every now and again as well. Through hands, Queens gave up a couple of looks there. Now all of a sudden with the shot clock down, they've got to get busy. That's come off the hand of D'Angelo. 4 seconds on the shot clock for the Queens.
But the Hoiho turning that 10-point deficit, into just a 2 in a very short space of time.
Yeah, they're on an 8-zip run. Good signs. Queens struggling to score right now. Park, corner, Beck for 3. Can't complete. Leach comes up with it. They get it back. It's a 12-4 run this quarter for the Hoiho. Hunter.
Little go-cut action into a handoff there in the corner as Leach fumbles.
And that's a shot clock turnover. It is.
Ooh.
So the heat has gone up here in Porirua tonight. Don't forget, the Hoiho hold no fears for the Queens. We know the Queens were champions in 22, runners-up in 23, but this is one team that does not fear the Tokomanawa Queens. Beat them all 3 times in the home and away season last year, and they won the opening game of the season here by 7.
Had a little bit of a hole to climb out to start this one, but playing very good basketball right now. As we see Hurst a little long on that one, but a couple of great actions, and we see Brown post up, nothing there.
Tell you what, the Queens won't want to give up too many looks to Elise Hurst either.
Not at all.
Beck under pressure now. Look at the defense just swarming over the Queens. Wide open shot. Ji-Hoon Park, she's short. Chance to lead the game here. Bradley sends it back. Elise Hurst, no, just deep. Battle on the boards. Bowman turns around. She leaves it short as well. Missed opportunities.
They are, but what I like from the Hoiho is these opportunities are coming fast and furious as we see Brown finally break that scoring drought.
Well, that's what got them points in the first quarter. Bradley, pull up, gets it back, misses a couple. Bowman 1 of 7 at the moment. On shooting, Paige Bradley 1 of 9. And now the Queens with a chance to extend. Hunter inside, Beckley, great slip, and she's missed an absolute bunny. What a miss there for the Queens. Bowman, chance to make them pay on the reverse, and she does.
Finally gets another one to go.
What looked like a 6-point margin back to 2, make it 4. Speaking of 4s, Grace Hunter. And Todd Marshall has called a timeout. 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Both teams still have their BNZ player timeout.
And it's been a great run by the Southerners to get back into it. But what they've got to do right now is capitalise on that foul trouble of the Queens and try and get to the free throw line, Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
So margin at 4 with 3 to play. Good crowd in attendance tonight. I mentioned the player timeouts before. Now you're going to see this all season long in Rapid League and Tauihi. When we have a BNZ player timeout, this graphic will come up on screen, QR code scan away, and it's all about tickets and it's all about groups. Thanks to BNZ, there are 5,000 tickets to give away to school groups, sports groups and community groups this season. To come along and see a Tauihi game, scan the QR code, fill out your group's details and grab your ticket to the big game with thanks to BNZ. So look out for that QR code every time we have a BNZ player timeout. How awesome is that?
Great. There's 2 of us. Do we count as a sports group?
I think you got to have 10. You got some mates?
Well, I'm sure Case will come to a game with me.
You got more than me. Back underway. Let's see how the Hoiho come out of the timeout. Here's Bowman. Been a tough night so far for her. Bradley. Bowman sealing inside. Bradley goes it alone.
Bowman had the inside position on the rebound, so not a bad shot there, but Bradley couldn't get the ball to that post mismatch.
Lou Brown, 10 points, 9 rebounds so far. Here's Park with the big skip step. Started on fire tonight. Grace Hunter, speaking of fire, that one back of the iron. 10 in the game for Hunter. Turnover. Second steal for Stella Beck. Here's Xion Park. Steady, settles. Beckley now. Backing down off the glass. That's a good basket to Jacinta Beckley. Experience there.
Yes, and we talked about this in the Rapid League. Just a great wealth of experience. Jacinta Beckley, great to see her back in Queen's colours after helping out the Poakai last year.
6 of 33 shooting. Make it 7 of 34 for the Hoiho. D'Angelo adds 2. She's up to 5 in the game. Margin at 4. Hunter on the move again. Down underneath. Nowhere to go. Bowman. Good defense. Beck. Now Brown. Doubled. Steps through. And she's too long in the paint. Callum Welsh counting away on the baseline. Really important 121 coming up.
But just some great defense there to force that 3-second call. Taking away options, taking away passes. Great wall up, straight up and down.
Let's see what Bradley can do. 2 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of steals for her tonight. Just 1 of 10 shooting. Gee, Natalie Cho had a long time sitting out there on the wing. Look at Beck get up, rising above to Brown now. Under pressure, back to Beck. One of the best passages of play for the Queens tonight.
Indeed. Beck starting the break and finishing it.
They lead by 6. Bowman battling away with Beckley. Now Richards inside, nowhere to go, off the glass, makes it. Did well there, good hesitation. Love the contest. Beck, just allowed to get through Stella Beck, you can't do that.
Brian Beck keeping the ball alive as we see Bradley find Bowman down low, able to finish off the glass there.
Basket for basket over the last 30 seconds.
Indeed. Scoring has really opened up here to finish the second quarter.
Don't forget, BNZ player timeouts in play here. Stella Beck, wide open, short. No call on the player timeout. They've missed the opportunity. Can they score? Joe, no, away to the left. And a blown opportunity there for the Hoiho. Had their BNZ player timeout available and they did not take it. The opening half of the season, done and dusted. Queens lead by 4. What a battle tonight. What a great way to start T3. Tauihi season number 3, with thanks to GJ Gardner-Holmes. Let's head down to the sidelines. We're going to catch up with a couple of stars over the first half tonight. I think we've got the birthday girl, Zoe Richards, and Stella Beck. Here they are with Miles Pearce.
Zoe, found yourselves in a little bit of a hole there, but dug yourself out. What do you guys need to do in the second to keep that going?
I just think we need to get a bit more composure, just rushing the ball a bit up the court, just got to slow it down. When we're locking on D, it looks really good, but on offense, just need to slow it down and get in rhythm of it.
And birthday present coming away with a win would be nice?
Sure would be.
Hey, happy birthday, good luck for the second. Stella, welcome back to Aotearoa. Good hit out in China to start off with.
Yeah, definitely a good hit out. It was fast and physical. I think we're pretty gassed, but I think it was really good for us.
You guys got off to a hot start there and built a 10-point lead. How do you guys get back to that kind of action, build another lead?
I think it'll be good going into the second half after a bit of a rest. I think we've got to slow them down in the transition and keep moving the ball in offense and let the ball do the work, less we have to do.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good luck for the second half.
Nice close one tonight. Hope you're enjoying it. So good to be back. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi. Crowd loving what they're seeing, and we've got a nice tight game at the half. The Queens lead it by 4. Chemist Warehouse stats coming up on the other side of the break.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's a wrap. Give me a round of applause for our competitors out there in the Antigo Food Roughness competition. Now our high crew is going to come out and clear all these little mini basketballs for the crowd. So if you want one of those ones, please put your hands up, make some noise. And the high crew will throw them out. Moments away from our halftime entertainment. High crew's got some balls to throw out. They're waiting for them, high crew. Leaving them hanging, all the build-ups. Make some noise for our high crew. And they'll find you. With the Antigo Lady Basketballs to give away.
2024 Tauihi action every week live on Sky Sport. The Queens lead it by 4 at the half. Hope you're well wherever you're watching right around the world. Justin Nelson, Miles Pearce with you. Hello to all of our guests and friends and fans and viewers throughout the United States on ESPN3 and of course right around the world on FIBA YouTube. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats to the half. The Queens lead by 4.
They do, and the Queens had a 10-point lead a couple of times there, and we see Hunter and Brown 10 apiece. Unfortunately, the Hoiho shooting a very low percentage right now, up from 11% at quarter time to 23 now. They have taken some good shots, haven't knocked them down. Brown on double-double watch. A rebound shy of that 10 rebound count in the first half.
Grace Hunter's been important tonight, 10 points for her, a couple of assists. Elise Hurst hasn't really got going. So too Paige Bradley. I expect a big second half from those two players. And there's the blocks. Tamari Key with her first of the season. Look at the steals. A few loose balls as these two teams settle in for the new season. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Great to have them with us again. Crowd is all ducked out. Get some food, get some drink. There's some music playing. We're all having a good time. Phi and the Pauakai coming your way tomorrow night with Glenn Lama and Kason Bookman. And then Sunday afternoon, Casey Frank joining me on the North Shore for the Kahu and the Hoiho. Get your groove on as we head off to a break. Third quarter coming right up.
Porirua. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. One more time, Porirua, put your hands together for Lewis Baker. There's new frequent out today, Peterson. Be sure to go and support him down at San Fran tomorrow night where he's playing. Catch all his music online. Where you get all of your music. Thank you, Lewis, for coming down and supporting the Queens and opening up the season.
Now my hockey mai, Rauparaha Arena tonight, a buzz with basketball back the season 2024. Queens lead it by 4.5 over the Hoiho. Third quarter moments away. Interesting reading, Chemist Warehouse stats tonight. You just feel, Miles Pearce, if the Hoiho can start sticking their shots, they've got some nice fresh legs. This Queens team have been on the road for the last week in China, no less. 3 games for them and a lot of flights. Will heavy legs play a part tonight? No Florencia Chugga, she is out ill. And of course no Jordan Horston, she arrives in time for week 2 against the Kahu. If this Hoiho team can stick their shots in the second half, I reckon they might get on a bit of a run.
Justin, I cannot agree more, and very uncharacteristic. Paige Bradley, 3 assists, that's not too bad, but 1 of 10 from the floor. And I think just as this game goes on, game 1, trying to work into the flow of the season is probably where we're at right now, but a very low percentage, only 23% from the floor for the Hoiho. And not a whole lot better from the Queens at the moment, 36%. It's much better, but not as good as these teams would be used to in the last couple of years.
Queens up on the rebounds, 29 to 26. 8 of 12 from the Chemist Warehouse tonight. The Hoiho, the Queens, a perfect 5 of 5. In fact, they've come off the hand of Grace Hunter. She's the only Queen that has been to the Chemist Warehouse Stripe tonight. Nixonpick.com, you can get involved with this every single game. At the moment, 60% of you, the fans, going for the Queens to win this. There's some Sal's Pizzas up for grabs. And join us in the last quarter. We have some fun in the last quarter. We'll have a QR code that comes up and you get to choose the MVP. All of the viewers out there, it's their choice. Always fun as to who the choice is going to be. And you've got a chance, of course, as I said, to win some Sal's Pizzas. Who do you want Miles to interview after the game tonight?
There we go. And, right now, I've already got my fan favourite.
Well, I do like the fact that the fans get to boss you around as well.
I'm good with this.
They get to tell you what to do.
I'm good with it. I get told what to do all the time. It's a lot of fun. But Lou Brown is my early lead. 10 points, 9 rebounds at halftime. Doing a power of work on the glass for the Queens. 7 defensive and 2 offensive rebounds. 10 and 9 at halftime. It's a pretty good outing so far.
Good start. Todd Marshall there. Second season in charge of the Hoiho. Coach of the year last year, Todd Marshall.
Yes, involved with the Nuggets prior to that. Put up with me as a player with Gavin Briggs and Rick Castle many years ago.
Speaking of telling people what to do.
Yeah, he told me what to do. Generally, it was run fast to get more rebounds.
Certainly about shooting this game. Elise Hurst, 1 of 6. Paige Bradley, 1 of 10. Natalie Cho, 1 of 4. Zoe Richards, 1 of 5. I do not expect that to continue.
No, not at all. It just, like I mentioned, just feeling the flow of the game.
Having said that, just keep an eye on Ji-Hoon Park, 2 of 10 shooting. I think she'll come to life in this second half. And we're just about set to go.
Well, the Queens right now, 1 of 12 from 3.
Underway, second half tonight. Queens lead it by 4. First opportunity here for the Hoiho. What have been the instructions at half-time? Hunter on the mismatch inside. It doesn't matter. It won't even get there. Turnover. Not the start.
The Hoiho using a little Iverson action to start that game.
Just going to get a fix up on the clock here, I think.
No,
loose ball.
Someone left the ball behind.
One of the Moultons there, just lurking around the baseline. And there's another one. Stella Beck's just pointed out another ball over there in the corner in front of the 2 Degrees girl who's got game sign. She's alert, isn't she, Stella Beck?
Oh, point guard vision.
Turnover. Park. That came off her foot, actually.
Almost a chip and chase.
Wasn't intentional, though. That's why the Queens come up with it. Hunter gives up the shot.
Oh.
And lucky there,
Cho.
the Queens. Cho right there, wasn't she, in the lane?
Means go pick up one of those other basketballs. I know that was Mel Downer, who spent some time with the Tall Ferns
one of her very big dislikes around practices and things is leaving a basketball on the end line or something where someone can tread on. As we see Cho take away that pass.
Some really poor passing to start this quarter, and Natalie Cho has made the Queens pay. She brings it back to 2. Look after the rock. Here's Jion Park. Brown with the screen, flicks it out. Beck gives it up. Hunter has been busy, going nowhere there though. Doubled, and the numbers come up with it. Elise Hurst. Key just lets her go straight past her. On the move now, the Hoiho.
Well, Hurst did a very good job there, cutting Key off and then using the rim to protect it from the shot blocker.
Tied up. 32 apiece. Good start to this second half from the Southern Hoiho. Key a long way from home. Park, can she respond? No. Brown had it, lost it. Richards on the move. Look out. Nat Cho. No, can't finish.
Both teams still kind of cold from the three-point line. See what the Queens can generate here.
Well, the Queens are trying to slow it down. The Hoiho are going quick at all costs. Bowman with the block, and they're off again.
Well, the tempo, you see Bradley waving her teammate forward. The speed of Hurst, D'Angelo, and Bradley is a lethal combination right now for the Hoiho.
I reckon that might be the third foul on Grace Hunter it is, so that's why she takes a seat. Queens look dead on their feet. 18 minutes to go. Hands are on hips everywhere at the moment.
Little Iverson action. Bradley taking advantage as the lane opens up.
Opening 6 points of this second half to the Hoiho. They have put on the afterburners. Queens, can they respond? Their feet are in concrete right now. Beck takes it back inside. Chance. Brown for 3. Not her territory, you wouldn't have thought, but it need not matter.
It doesn't matter, and the Queens hit their second 3 of the game. And strangely enough, the first one since the very first possession of the game, where Grace Hunter knocked that down to open the scoring.
Game high 13 right now for Lou Brown, and they've fouled again, putting the Hoiho to the line. At the moment, there's a short leash on Tamari Key, who takes a seat. There's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay.
Well, checking out of the game with just over 7 to go here. She only played just under 7 minutes in the entire first half.
She looks like she needs to run into a bit of game fitness, doesn't she? A miss for Cho. Second one better. We're tied up at 35 apiece.
But the Queens definitely have a size advantage when Key is on the court. Just couldn't find her in any post actions in those opening minutes of the third.
Haven't seen a lot of Lauren Hippolyte yet either. Just 16 seconds in the game. She can give them some fresh legs, you would think. Beck inside. Beckley runs straight into Cho. Great defense. And look at the applause from the teammates in blue. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Pick and roll action. Cho says no.
Little pin down to middle on ball there. Bowman
Bradley,
on the rim.
What about the pass? Bowman gets it back. Cho's getting busy. Bodies. Gets it back. Misses a second time. Now Park. Burst of speed. Has to back it out. Uses Beckley. Gives it to her. Usually loves the long shot. She gave it up. Shot clock at 10 here. Brown to Park. Has to get creative. It's going to be Beckley from distance. And again, late shot clock, loose ball. Hurst comes up with it. Beck, defensively good. Brown on Richards. Beck helps out. Good contest. Queens will get possession.
And the Hoiho, since that 10-point deficit, have really cranked up the defensive intensity, forcing a couple of late shot clocks, a couple of shot clock violations in that run to finish the first half. As we see the replay there, Zoe Richards getting on the floor, Stella Beck tying her up. Ball goes back with the Queens.
It's been a 27-17 run since quarter time for the Hoiho. They've definitely been the better team.
And the one person I do feel for right now is Paige Bradley. Probably would have a handful more assists if some of her teammates could knock down those shots on those passes.
And I like this full court pressure right now. The Queens escape. Leach all the way on the drive. Beckley, handy two there. Really made something out of nothing.
Look at it, Paige Bradley.
Offensive foul. Sammy Bowman, moving screen.
She was not happy turning and looking at the official Callum Welch right away.
I just wonder if Lauren Hippolyte has a little bit of illness that's kept Florencia Chagas out tonight, because we've hardly seen her. Maybe she's under the weather as well. Queens have been struggling with illness the last 48 hours. Brown, step back, delightful.
Brown has turned up Tauihi League this year and she can play.
Back-to-back baskets for the Queens.
Putting on a show.
15 points, 10 rebounds for Lou Brown tonight, the 29-year-old. Bradley, step back, still can't get it to go. Beck with the rebound, and now the Queens are upping the pace. Jiwon Park's on a bit of a run here. It ends up with Brown. She scores again.
No timeout coming from the Southern Hoiho.
Margin at 6. Good response here by the Queens. Hurst, some holding inside. That'll be against Leach. Probably a good foul in the end. Mismatch there with Zoe Richards.
I do like that, and I might be a little bit biased, but I do love the post-up game. Love to see trying to take advantage of a little bit of size or strength.
He who stands at 6'5". I'm shocked, Miles. Absolutely shocked.
Well,
sound like Casey Frank now. Every time Casey and I commentate together, I'm always sticking up for the guards. He's always sticking up for the forwards and centres.
Well, Casey and I had some battles down low.
You did. Looking forward to Casey Frank joining us on Sunday afternoon. Kahu and the Hoiho coming your way.
Bowman can't get that to go.
Just hasn't been their shooting night, has it? Park, Brown, Leach. Sends it back on her left. Big body inside. Loose ball. Look who comes up with it. Brown had it. Lost it. Scores again.
And she is getting it done.
17 for Lou Brown tonight. In fact, make it 19 she's up to now. 9 of 12 shooting, Miles.
Keeps ticking that scoreboard over.
This has been some sort of a response by the Queens. Bradley draws the foul on Beckley. Back to the Chemist Warehouse. Been talking about Lauren Hippolyte. Well, we're going to get to see a Hippolyte here for the Queens, but it's going to be 17-year-old Kiriana Hippolyte making her GJ Gardner-Holmes Tauihi debut. The Kiwi out of Brisbane has just been at the NBA camp over in Perth, made the All-Star 5 there. There she is, Kiriana Hippolyte. What an opportunity for her.
I know, and the basketball she's been playing recently is at a very high level. I say if she can carry that into the Tauihi League here tonight.
I do like the move though, some fresh legs. Bradley converts 1 of 2 from the Chemist Warehouse. Beckley getting busy, back to Park.
Great little wedge action there to get Beckley down low, and even better cut from Park to get on the rim.
Well, the legs looked heavy, didn't they, over the first 4 minutes of this quarter? All of a sudden, they've found their groove again. Gallagher turns the corner, and again, the aggressive attack on the basket has drawn a foul.
And it's a great way to try and stop that run, is get to the foul line, and you see a little bit of the foul count, the lopsided foul count in this quarter, 4-1, now 5-1 in favor of the Hoiho just with that one foul.
And here is Lauren Hippolyte onto the court. So we haven't seen too much of her tonight, the former Pauakai guard, Tall Ferns as well. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of illness amongst the Queens over the last 48 hours. 14-hour plane flights will do that.
Yeah.
A couple. Down they go.
Much needed score
Samara
from Gallagher.
Brings it back to 7. 3:20 to play in this third quarter. Hippolyte under pressure. Yeah, body in there. Gallagher, she knew it straight away too. I like it though. I like it.
Yeah. As a coach, you're kind of okay with that little aggressive defense, trying to be disruptive there and a little bit of a bump.
They have been up and in. Ji-Hoon Park. Corner. That was young Hippolyte. Couldn't score. Park in the lane. And Brown will back it out. Queens to go again. Going to get a shot clock reset here. Going to be 20 seconds on the shot clock.
After the possession was held by the Hoiho and the steal happened, it should have reset to 24.
I've got to say, point officials have been on top of everything tonight. Yeah. Have not missed a beat.
Doing a good job.
Here's Park. Brown with the screen. Park faked the three-pointer, send it back to Brown, back to Park. Inside. Oh, chipping across. Gallagher read it so very, very well. Bradley, Gallagher, inside Bowman, excellent play.
What beautiful ball movement on the fast break. Ends up in the hands of Bowman, scoring an easy 2.
One of the best plays tonight for the Southern Hoiho. They bring it back to 5. Park cuts it back inside, foul on D'Angelo. Queens are racked up 5 fouls this quarter, so the bonus is alive. Hoiho with 3. Here's Park down low. Wants it back. They give her some space. Steps inside and around Cho. Classy off the glass.
Great footwork. Little fake to get a defender getting out of stance and using the step through and using the backboard.
8.6 rebounds. For Ji-Hoon Park, Nat Cho responds for the Hoiho. Busy times ahead for them. Straight on a plane tomorrow morning. They head north to take on the Kahoo Sunday afternoon. Brown double-double tonight. Here's Park on Cho again. The Korean international getting busy. Big shot. Oh, great shot on debut. Opening points in Tauihi for Keliana Hippolyte. How about that for the kid?
And the poise and patience right there from the youngster. Shot clock running down, someone running at her.
GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Here's the kid. Welcome to the big time, Keliana Hippolyte. The family will be watching on in Brisbane tonight and applauding that. Love to see it on debut. D'Angelo, Bowman to answer. No, off to the left. 90 seconds to play in this third quarter. Both teams have their BNZ player timeout. Beck, Leach. Park, baseline. What can she do? Great footwork again, Ji-Hoon Park.
And she is really starting to heat up this quarter. Her ability to put the ball on the floor and get feet into the key is causing all kinds of chaos for the Hoiho defense.
Bradley in and out. Brown another rebound. Love Ji-Hoon Park's just patience and footwork. Here she is again, dangerous pass. Gallagher again with the good defense. Have a look at this, Ji-Hoon Park, just watch, patience, hesitation, step back around. The footwork just sublime.
That's unbelievably good footwork and patience there. Little hesitation thrown into the mix. She's going to be a handful this season.
Leach, corner 3. Oh, that would have been a big basket for the Queens. Beckley looking to keep it alive. They're out by 10.
And we saw this earlier in the game.
Hoiho just unable to keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Hoiho actually took the lead this quarter.
Yes.
Beckley would want that opportunity back.
And it is a game of runs. And right now, the Queens are on that run. It's got to be up to the Hoiho to figure out how to stop that, as they're going for a bit of an up-tempo lineup right now.
Just over 30 seconds to play. Hope you're enjoying it. Great to have our audience worldwide back for Tauihi 2024. The Southerners looking for something late. Bradley, deep two. That's a better shot for Paige Bradley.
It is indeed, and a long time between drinks for Bradley.
7 points tonight. All-Star 5 last season, Paige Bradley. Cho, got to get it up, the Queen. Something late. Oh, Hippolyte again. Couldn't get it to go on the buzzer. The youngster has arrived, Keriana Hippolyte. The Queens were threatened early in the third, but they have responded. 1 to go, and they lead it by 8.
Contestants will be standing. Going to dribble to halfway, do a wrap around on the body with the ball, and then dribble back to the same goal they came from. The first to make the bucket wins. Let's get it down. Porirua with 3, 2, 1, go. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, first bucket wins. They're going to take home. Here we go. Give it up for our contestants, ladies and gentlemen. For the GJ Gardner wraparound. They're going to take home some Girls Got Game merch. Bag, bottle, ball. Thanks to GJ Gardner for the wraparound game. GJ Gardner, home proud next sponsor of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. And New Zealand's most trusted home builder. Big ups for all you do for basketball.
Quarter to play here in Porirua tonight. Queens tested down and stared down in that third quarter. They have answered the challenge. They're out by 8, 10 minutes to play. Sal's their NBL Steel Combo. What a great way to start the season. The $30 Steel Combo. There's the QR code. And it's an easy one to remember. Steel 2024. That's this week's special in Tauihi.
And that is a steal at that price.
Love our friends at Sal. Some of the Chemist Warehouse stats, Miles Pierce.
Well, the big one for me is still the shooting percentage. Queens up to 41% from the floor. Hoiho, 28%. They are 2 from 21 from the three-point line.
Great help defense there by Lou Brown. Loose ball, look at Beck. Queens, if they can score early here, pressure right back on the Hoiho. They go with this smaller lineup again. Tamari Key continues to sit. No Florencia Chagas tonight. No Jordan Horston tonight.
Two big pieces of that Queens puzzle as we see Hurst to get a deflection.
Got to get it up. Brown is fouled. You're right, 2 big pieces to come back in.
And with Key only playing a grand total of 9.5 minutes so far.
And I just wonder whether she is also another one of these Queens that's come back with a bit of a bug from
maybe
China.
Picked up a little injury, something along those lines, a bit of a bug, or just playing away into some shape. But
MVP tonight, there's the QR code. I'll tell you what, she's got some fans though, Tamari Key.
Yeah.
Tuning in from the US, no doubt. She's got 33% of the vote right now. Lou Brown, she's been a star, hasn't she?
She has. 19 and 12 at the end of the third quarter, and adds to her tally there from the Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
Up to 21 tonight now for Lou Brown. She's been the difference. And just looking at Tamari Key down the bench, I am convinced that she is a little bit under the weather. Brown with the pressure underneath. I think the Hoiho is going to come up with it. They are. Grace Hunter also on the sidelines at the moment with 3 fouls. She's been good tonight.
She has. The Queen's there switched, but Hoiho couldn't take advantage of a speed or a size mismatch.
D'Angelo around her Frankston teammate, Lou Brown. They've just spent 6 months together in the NBL 1.
Will know each other well. Frankston, another one of those strong Melbourne associations.
Yeah, down in the southeast, the Blues. Under pressure, Leach. And she turns it over. So not the start the Queens wanted to this last quarter. Margin at 8 and the Hoiho with a chance to bring it down further.
Well, this is the lineup that I liked earlier in the game where they had Paige Bradley, Hurst and D'Angelo all there, all able to handle the ball, all able to push the tempo. See if the Hoiho can get something going. They need a little bit of a spark right now. Sitting in a little bit of a hole, down 8 points.
There is the Princess of Porirua, Grace Hunter, back into the play, straight over to Paige Bradley on the switch now. Elise Hurst through traffic. Look out, here they come. A little bit reminiscent of the third quarter. The Hoiho get the better start. Beckley to answer with 3 away to the left. Rebound, chipping in. Bradley on the move.
Here's that pace that I spoke about. Being able to push. The Queens recovering nicely.
Well, we've said all night, will the Queens have the legs? Oh, going to get the drop here. Hurst.
Shooter's going to shoot. She got that shooter's roll.
And they've got it back to 3. Opening 7 points. After those 2 free throws, or the next 7 points, I should say. Brown wants it inside, screaming for it. Here's Park. Shot clock at 5. Sends it over. Hunter, she's got to shoot. She does shoot. And again, chance goes begging for the Queens. A chance to tie it up. Elise Hurst starting to feel it. Look out for 3. Here she comes. Ties it up.
Well, the Hoiho had been ice cold from the 3-point line. Hurst changing that here, tying the ball game up at 54 apiece.
And they are on the move. 10-2 run. Look out, Lou Brown to answer. As she has done all game long. 23 tonight for Lou Brown. Hurst is the one to watch right now. Foul off the ball here. It'll go against Grace Hunter.
That will be her 4th foul. Let's see what the coaches come back with here. Do they leave her in the game?
Hurst all of a sudden on the burst has 13. Bradley, look at Hunter all over Hurst. That's the matchup to watch right now.
Hunter's got to be careful. I know she's got 2 fouls to give with 4. Here in Tauihi, we've got 6 personal fouls per player, as Cho is a little long on that.
Queens by 2. Hoiho have put the foot down to start this last. Hunter. Again, late in the shot clock. Park. Hunter. Gave up the shot. Goes down to Brown outside. Great setup. Beckley for 3. Can't complete. And Brown with the foul.
And quite a smart foul almost there. You know, able to set your defense. Get a sub in for Grace Hunter, who's picked up that 4th foul.
We're going to have a timeout here. I think the Queens have called the timeout. But this Hoiho team are right back in the contest. 10-4 run. And all of a sudden, game back on. MVP tonight, it's your vote. And Samara Gallagher's got some fans out there as well. Jihon Park with 21% of the vote. Lou Brown down to 21. I've got to tell you, I think our viewers just need to watch the game. Lou Brown for me.
23 points, 12 rebounds.
Yeah, it needs to be up there on top. Taking nothing away from Sammy Gallagher. We know she's got a lot of fans out there. She has been good defensively tonight.
But Stella Beck, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, chipping in with 4 points as well for the captain.
And 3 steals.
Yeah.
Doing it all. What's the message here for each team during this timeout?
Well, right now, for the Queens, it's going to be how to stop that speed of D'Angelo, Hurst, and Bradley. They are really starting to push the tempo, and it's not just in the full court, the way they cut, the way they move the ball in the half court. They are getting some good actions. Oh, the Queens come out in a change of defense.
Interesting, into a zone now, the Queens. Hurst will be the one to watch here. Let's see how it goes.
Well, apart from a couple of Hurst threes, recently the Hoiho have not been shooting the ball well from 3.
Bradley on the drive, pulls it up. And a win there for the Queens. Beck now. You ran through her Chemist Warehouse stats. She's been involved in everything. Ji-Hoon Park is the one for me. Calls for the screen. Wants to hand it off to Beck. Through the gap. Loves to do that. That is 101 Stella Beck right there.
And it really is one of those, you're right, 100%. Stella Beck doing everything else tonight.
As soon as she sees this gap, Miles, look at that.
No, light on the scoring this evening, but comes up with a big basket at the right time.
Can't convert from the Chemist Warehouse. Margin at 4, nothing in the game. Surprised we're not seeing Sammy Bowman out there at the moment.
No, she's played well.
Bradley uses the Richards screen. In his zone. D'Angelo, Richards, yes, good setup. Chelsea D'Angelo, smart drive.
Great drive and dish there, and some of the passing. I think this Hoiho team is going to be a fun team to watch with Bradley and D'Angelo there.
Next couple of minutes. So important for these two teams in the opening game of the season. Park outside, Leach way too long on the shot, and now a chance on the run. D'Angelo, look out. Hurst, another 3, no. Rebound, Bradley had it, lost it, scramble, she comes up with it. Now D'Angelo for 3, back of the iron. 2 big opportunities there for the Hoiho.
Just once again, that 3-point shooting letting them down at the moment. As we see Beckley try and take advantage of a mismatch in the post.
And draws the foul. Been good tonight, Jacinta Beckley. Played her role. 3rd team foul on the Hoiho this quarter. Queens have 2. There's the coaching staff for the Queens. Experience, Tanya Tupu and Mel Bennett.
A lot of experience there. Mel Bennett, of course, experience with the World Cup team as well. Under-17 World Cup team competing in Mexico earlier this year.
Gee, that was such a dangerous pass in. Who's possession with? Queens lucky to come up with it there. Almost looked like a turnover. Really like what this Hoiho team brings defensively. Always up and in, aren't they? Have a look at this. Just the pressure. Aotearoa Leach not letting go of that. Just over 4 minutes to play. This crowd, they need to find some voice. Here we go. Beck, fresh off a basket. Brown ducks inside again, a poor pass. And now look at this, the speedster, Bradley, ties it up, 58 apiece.
There's the speed we spoke about earlier.
16 turnovers for the Queens tonight. 12 for the Hoiho. 15 points off turnovers scored by the Hoiho tonight. And that's the 4th team foul on the team in blue. They are coming home hard. 14-6. We've been talking about this all night, Miles. The heavy legs of the Queens. Gee, that was a quick 5.
No, it was offensive foul Sampans picked up.
I thought the whistle came from the baseline.
Yeah. An illegal screen. Leach.
There it is, right there.
Called for the illegal pick on that inbound set.
Perfectly picked up by Sampan. And now a chance, believe it or not, to take the lead again. Oh no, offensive foul. Nat Cho right in front of Amy Jo Clark, the official.
Was that Stella Beck doing Stella Beck things?
I think it was. Timeout called by the Hoiho. 3:33, all the threes. Let's have a look at this again. Screen. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I don't think Nat Cho can complain about that. She was definitely moving. All tied up, 58 apiece. Back to the MVP. There's the QR code. Somehow Samara Gallagher has extended her lead miles. Up to 42%, Lou Brown at 21%. Where's the Lou Brown fans out there? She's just dropped. Samara Gallagher, lots of fans down south.
And I love that because she hasn't been on the court.
Well, Gallagher's stats tonight, she's played 8.5 minutes for 4 points, 2 rebounds and 2 steals. I've got a feeling some Queens fans need to get on board, scan away and give us their MVP, because at the moment, I love Sammy Gallagher. I've loved everything she's done for the last few years. She's probably on a bit of a steal there for mine.
Oh yeah. Stella Beck taking that charge there, 6 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Lou Brown, 23 points, 13 rebounds. Some very deserving players right now of that MVP award.
Well, I think this is the story of the game right now. Queens will be feeling it in the legs. They've been on the road for a week. They've played 3 tough games. They've had some big international flights. And now they come up against a hungry, fresh team in the Hoiho.
Is it too early to pick free basketball?
Well, could get overtime tonight. Jihoon Park says, look out, we're going to stick around for a bit. Queen's back in front. She's the one for me, Jihoon Park. Cho now pulls up the drive. Big shot outside. Richards. Brown with another rebound. That's number 14 for her.
And the Hoiho have managed to generate some really good looks, particularly from 3. They just haven't been able to get them to go down tonight.
Look at this, splitting the gap. Park out. 3, Hunter. Back-to-back baskets for the Queens, huge.
And in terms of what's going on right now with 2.5 to play, a 5-point lead is a very big lead. Crowd in full voice now.
Cho, shot clock at 7. Richards. D'Angelo wants to get on the drive, pulls it up from the elbow. Sweet shot, Chelsea D'Angelo. She's got 9. Maybe none bigger than that one right there. Stops the run of the Queens. Here's Stella Beck, opens up for her down the lane. Yes! Oh, on the roll, the skipper.
Ticking that scoreboard over, taking her tally to 8 points.
Well, they've scored the last 3 times down the floor. Lou Brown with the steal, settles it.
There's an extra steal to go with her cheeky 13 rebounds.
Both teams still have their BBNZ timeout. Let's not forget about them. They could be all important. Look at Park using the clock here. Smart play. Big foul. She's off to the Chemist Warehouse. Bundled out of court, Jihoon Park. The Korean international. I spoke to Stella Beck after the news came out that the Queens had recruited Jihoon Park, who she's played against internationally.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, Stella Beck had a grin from ear to ear.
And she is. You can see why with the game she's putting together tonight.
First time at the Chemist Warehouse. The 24-year-old Korean. First one. Down. Queens have steadied. It's at 6. This would take it to a 3-basket game. Park. Ice from the line. Timeout, Hoiho. 86 seconds to play in the opening game of the season. What a thriller tonight in Porirua. Queens leaded by 7. As we look ahead, Miles Pearce, the Phi and the Puakai tomorrow night from Tauranga. The Phi, of course, with some injury concerns. No Michaela Cowling. Question mark over McKenna Dale. Here's Ji-Hoon Park on that drive off the glass. So nice. Her last quarter, doing it all, the pass to Grace Hunter for the big triple. And here's Stella Beck, the captain. Look at this. It sat there, and it dropped. And they're out by 7.
And what a great time to be up 7, 1:26 left in this quarter. Forcing the Hoiho to call a timeout. They've got to come up with some scores and come up quickly, and with the way they're shooting the 3, they might have to try and look to get it done inside.
Reigning champs, the BNZ Northern Kahu in action Sunday afternoon up against Southern Hoiho. All of the action live, of course, on Sky Sport. So time management's important here. BNZ player timeouts become really crucial now, don't they?
When can you use it? Advancing the ball, getting in trouble.
Queens.
Stopping runs. Hurst.
Now manning up one-on-one. Pressure. Cho. Need it. Get it. Back to 5. Oh, turnover. Hurst couldn't finish it. Clumsy play by the Queens. Bradley to make them pay. Cho to go again. Turning on Brown. Brown got a hand on it. Also got a hand on the arm. Oh, the Queens.
What a great possession of play if you're a Southern Hoiho fan.
On the inbound. Just did not see Hurst coming.
But the effort from the whole group. Hurst takes it away, couldn't finish.
Just shows you, long way to go. 109 is an eternity in a game of basketball. We're back to 4. Nat Cho puts this down from the Chemist Warehouse. And one basket in it.
It's a one possession ball game.
And look at the pressure up the floor. They can't foul though. Park. D'Angelo contains now. Bradley doubles. Brown. Hunter. Beckley fouled. She did really well there to hold the ball up mid-flight. Drew contact. And now Beckley goes to the Chemist Warehouse. Her first trip to the stripe tonight. What a season opener.
What a great game. Seesaw battle back and forth. Early on, you thought the Queens were going to run away with it with that 10-point lead, but Hoiho coming back as Beckley misses that one to add a little more pressure.
If you love it and you've been waiting for it, Tauihi is back. She makes the second. We're out to 4. Timeout Queens. 55.8. Just 30 seconds ago, they were out by 7. Now it's at 4. Florencia Chagas has been over the back tonight of the bench watching on. She should be back next week. And don't forget, they've got Jordan Horston to come. 76-game current WNBA player with the Seattle Storm. She'll be watching on early hours of the morning in the US.
I do have a little bit of a soft spot for the Seattle Storm.
Do you?
Yeah. LJ.
LJ, what a superstar she was.
Oh, yeah.
Izzy Magbigor, another
LJ
Aussie
and Sue Bird as well.
Sue Bird. Hey, by the way, Izzy Magbigor, who made the all-defensive team.
Yes.
Have a guess where she was born? Speaking of Seattle Storm superstars.
I don't know where.
Right here in Wellington. There you go.
So, if she's born here...
No, she's already played for Australia. 4 points in it. Oh, I hope you're enjoying it. What a way to start the season.
Recruiting for someone.
I think she was here till she was about 4 as well.
There you go. She is an absolute superstar.
All right, here we go. What do the Hoiho do here? Look out for Hurst. Still Bowman sits. I wonder if she's picked up an injury. Sammy Bowman, because we haven't seen a lot of her in this second half.
No, not at all. 25 minutes, bulk of those coming in the first half.
Stella Beck all over Elise Hurst here. Hunter's got the job on Bradley. Bradley smart enough to draw the foul. That's 5 on Hunter. Of course, she's still got 1 to burn. 6 fouls. In fact, she thought she was fouled off there. She forgot the rule. Here's the replay. Paige Bradley. Crafty forcing contact. Well, Sammy Bowman's just come back on the floor. So there you go. That answers that question.
You willed that to happen.
Well, I'm surprised she hasn't been out there, to be honest. Only 1 foul for her tonight. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Given what Lou Brown has done, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of Bowman. Long way to go in this game. Paige Bradley, first one is good. She's 1 of 3 from the Chemist Warehouse. 10 points in the game.
And I like these last couple of possessions from the Hoiho. They are definitely trying to put feet in the key, put pressure on the referees to make some calls. As Bradley misses that one there.
Oh, big foul there, picked up. Brown with another rebound, and she'll walk the length of the floor here. That is rebound number 15 tonight for Lou Brown.
That's 5th foul on Bradley.
There's the rebound, and there's the foul on Paige Bradley. I reckon this might be a rebounding record for the Queens as well. It'll be right up there, 15. Mind you, Stella Beck's had 13 tonight as well.
I know. The captain's not.
Perfect from the Chemist Warehouse tonight. Lou Brown, 3 of 3 now. It's in safe hands. They lead by 4. They lead by 5. 45 to play.
Lou Brown, 25 and 15.
BNZ player timeouts alive. Bradley, Hurst on the turn. Hurst through traffic. I reckon Hunter got a little hand on that. Brown somehow through traffic ends up with Park, who's fouled now by Hurst, and Ji-Hoon Park is off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. She's 2 of 2 from there tonight. They're settling well, aren't they, the Queens?
They are. Just a couple of cheeky little passes, keep that ball moving so the Hoiho couldn't foul.
I'd love to see the MVP vote at the moment. Surely Brown and Park have moved up. There we go. Oh, Gallagher. Gee, she's got some supporters, hasn't she? I don't want to take anything away from the viewers because this is their time to shine.
Yeah.
Our fans are the stars of the show, and they're voting in numbers tonight. Park with 1, Park with 2. Lead back out to 7, 29 to play. Bradley. Hunter with the defense. Bradley from deep. Oh, look, great off the hand. Another rebound, number 16 for Brown. Sprawled on the floor and called for the travel. Didn't see the possession. So Brown had it and lost it there. And she's gone hard to the floor. So the possession is going to go to the Hoiho. And there's still time on the clock with 14.9. I think Lou Brown is actually saying, I didn't have the ball in my hands. So it's chance still here for the Southern Hoiho. 14.9, have to score out of this. There's the Queens fans. Up and about.
Queen's doing a great job switching.
Oh, the pass inside was meant for Richards, and now D'Angelo has to foul Hunter, and Hunter's been perfect from the stripe tonight. It was a nice seal inside by Zoe Richards. She's not going to be celebrating on her birthday, though. Fouls have been a problem for the Hoiho in this last quarter. Hunter 5 of 5 from the stripe tonight. Make it 6 of 6. She's been terrific tonight, Miles. 14 points for Grace Hunter. Came here tonight thinking she was coming off the bench and was told that her teammate Florencia Chagas would not be playing. BNZ player timeout called by D'Angelo. Margin at 8:11 seconds. And here's your chance to scan that QR code, the BNZ ticket to the big game. 5,000 tickets to give away to school groups, sports groups and community groups. You can all come along and see a game of Tauihi this season. Scan the QR code, fill out your group's details and grab your ticket to the big game with thanks to BNZ. How wonderful is that? 5,000 tickets.
That's a lot of tickets.
Well done, BNZ. Huge stuff.
What an opportunity to get out and see some great basketball all around the country.
Got a score here. Hurst will know she's got to go quickly, and she does. Left it short. Loose ball. Hurst again. Richards kept it alive from deep, from very deep. Banks it in. Elise Hurst. Oh my. Bank is open on a Friday night. It's all too late though. And the Queens get the opening win of the season. Hurst with the late basket. On the prayer, off the glass for three. 73-68. What a battle tonight in the capital. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi season up and running for 2024. Welcome back. And the Ansco Tokomanawa Queens get the win tonight. There's the final vote, the MVP. Lou Brown, the star of the show. Sammy Gallagher, with all of her family and friends and supporters down south, has got the fan vote. And one of our voters tonight will win themselves some Sal's Pizza. Lou Brown, the star tonight, 25 points, 16 rebounds. I think that's a Queen's record. Stella Beck, 8 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. We're going to have a chat to a couple of the stars in just a moment. Hoiho on the double. They fly out for Auckland tomorrow to take on the Kahu Sunday afternoon. The rebounding Queens tonight, Stella Beck and Lou Brown. Chemist Warehouse stats have just updated, 30 rebounds between the two of them. And I think we're going to have a chat with them now. Here they are. The big board bangers for the Tokomanawa Queens. They're with Miles Pearce.
A great win tonight. 30 rebounds between you. It's got to be some kind of record. How are you feeling after that one?
Great. I'm just happy we got the win. It was a tough fight, but especially on the back of China, I think we were a little bit tired, but I'm glad we gritted it out, and rebounding the ball is usually what gets us over the line. So it's good.
You said a little bit tired. You guys are a couple of players down. When are they coming back, and how much will they help?
Well, they'll definitely help. We've got one from the States coming in, our import, Jordan, obviously, and Flo's down with a sickness, so we'll get her back when we can. It's more about her being healthy, I think. But hopefully next week we'll see. It depends how she's feeling. And our youngins off the bench stood up tonight, so yeah. It was really fun.
Oh, there we go. Thank you very much, guys. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Well, they've had a busy schedule, haven't they, in Tokomanawa Queens? 3 games in China over the last week.
Welcome, season 2024. Not the game and not the result you wanted to start, but how are you guys doubleheader this week? How do you sort of forget this one quickly, but learn from it and take it into the Kahu game?
Yeah, I think although the scoreboard maybe doesn't show it, there was a lot that we took out of that. We, it's still our first game together as a team, and we've still got, like the girls said, a bit of cobwebs to shake out. We have got the advantage of now going into another really good game. Obviously, Kahu are like stacked as, so I guess we just kind of, go home, have a look at what we did good and the things we need to work on, and regroup and go again on Sunday.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much, and good luck for the doubleheader. Thank you. Back to you, Justin.
So there you go, Samara Gallagher from the Hoiho. They're on the double, of course. Big weekend ahead for them. What about the Queens tonight as they meet the fans on the sidelines right now? Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Big opening game to start the season. Lou Brown, incredible tonight, 25 points and 16 rebounds. She really set the tone. And look at Ji-Hoon Park, got going, didn't she, down the stretch?
She did indeed, but Brown, what a star already in the Tauihi League, leading the way, 25 and 16.
30 rebounds between Brown and Beck. They took 30 of the 44 rebounds that the Queens claimed tonight.
And that's with Key playing limited minutes and without two other very good players. Beck getting it done on the assist table there as well. Park, 5 each.
Like the game from D'Angelo this evening as well. And there's the blocks. Sammy Bowman with a couple. Steals, plenty of them tonight. D'Angelo with 4. Stella Beck was everywhere. Captain's game from her. She had 3. All of the stats, of course, were thanks to Chemist Warehouse. And look at this. This is a great part of basketball in New Zealand. The fans straight down out of the stands. They get to meet the players who haven't even warmed down. They've hardly congratulated each other, and they're straight over to the fans to sign autographs. How good is this?
It's great to see, and the Queens are a little luckier. They have a couple of extra days between their next game. The Hoiho out on the floor stretching down. We're getting ready to travel tomorrow morning, as you mentioned during the broadcast.
Queens back in action next Sunday against the Kahu right here in Porirua. Grand final rematch. In fact, the last 2 grand finals rematch. Here's what's coming up tomorrow night. The Phi and the Pauakai. We get to see them for the first time. Glenn Lama and Kaysen Bookman looking after the call there. Rapid League at 6:30. Tauihi at 7:30. And then Sunday, the Kahu, the BNZ Northern Kahu, we're being told a sellout at Event Finder. New ownership group. They hit the court for the first time, the champs. They take on this Hoiho team. 2 p.m. for Rapid League, 3 p.m. local time for Tauihi. Casey Frank joining me on commentary for that. And then, of course, we're into it again. Round 2 comes straight back at us on Friday. We're back out to Taronga, the Phi and the Kahu. What a start tonight. Great to have you back right around the world. Hope you've enjoyed it. The Queens get it by 5 and they celebrate the opening game of the season. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi. Hope you enjoyed it. See you tomorrow night for more.